ahead and give me one mic. Everybody's got excuses, but you got one life to live, one life to give, one moment, one opportunity. Boy, that's it, and it's all said and done. When the going gets tough and the tough gets going, you just go ahead and run. Cause opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. They're being constructive or they jealous of the outcome. It's not about the times you fail, it's about the times you got up. And I don't even care what the fuck your excuses is. Fact is, you just playing the cards of foolishness. What you think I'm dubious, you gotta get up, get going and just move on. Don't look towards the past, you gotta groove on. You procrastinating now, you gotta get that motivation. I already created a track called Inspiration. Gotta get up, get going and get fucking hype. Go ahead kid, go ahead and live your life with no regrets, no regard all the fucking time. Cause I'm telling you, if you keep going, you go on. End up in the same spot you've been in all your fucking life now. Tell me now who's winning. Opinions are like assholes, everybody.
Welcome everybody to Wrestling Talk Now. This is your boy Justin JLB. Tony Khan, don't fire me just yet. This ain't a pipe bomb for now. But ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. We got a week in wrestling to discuss, from a little Double or Nothing to a going home show for Hell in a Cell to obviously AEW Dynamite, which we saw MJF give the promo of his life. So a lot to get to, but I am not alone. Of course, I am with my compadres, my amigos, my wrestling tag team partners, if you will. BIG, Big Red, what is good sir?
Well, a lot of shit's happening, especially with that bomb that technically is better than CM Punk's bomb.
That's debatable, sure.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll get to that. Usually the person with the crazy comments is right below me, Mr. Kid Crazy. How goes it, good sir?
Pretty good, boys. Pretty good. I'm so excited. It's such a good time to be a wrestling fan, baby.
It is. Yeah, definitely is. So, I guess, so we talked about, obviously, we talked on Sunday, right? So we already kind of recapped everyone on the MJF scenario. Was he going to show up? Is he going to show up? Well, he ended up showing up, apparently last minute, but he was in fact there, and he got squashed, completely squashed. We kind of knew maybe he was going to get squashed. He was playing the scaredy cat position of, getting squashed against Wardlow, making Wardlow look a little bit better. The whole diamond, he takes out his diamond ring, the referee sees it, but then after that, it's just powerbomb symphony all through the match. And now Wardlow, ladies and gentlemen, is officially All Elite. Obviously he was before, but now it's storyline official. And then with that, we then just, I guess, fast forward to Monday. There apparently is a meeting between the two. We don't really hear anything about it. It is hush hush. There's apparently a meeting. We tried to get info, didn't really get much. No one's talking. Obviously, they're keeping it hush hush. But then we find out that MJF is going to do a promo on Wednesday. He does the promo, and it is somewhat of a pipe bomb, if you will. Unscripted. We will certainly be talking about that. But he basically says everything that, he was probably feeling anyways with, I've been with the company. I've carried the company on my back. Who's the highest grossing wrestler here? It's me, yada, yada, yada. But then you have these ex-WWE superstars, which he actually mentions on the show, come in and they just go and take over, but nobody in reality can lace up my boots. Would it matter if I was an ex-WWE superstar? Maybe I would get treated properly, yada yada yada. And then he basically goes and tells Tony Khan to fire him and says a couple of F-bombs and whatnot. Then it goes to commercial break. So What's going on, guys? Work.
Oof. I think definitely this whole backstory is not a work. There's definitely animosity there. Definitely MJF definitely feels like he's undervalued there. When he says in the promo, he says he's the second highest rate buy rate, or how do you say, rate per minute or views per minute or whatever he said in the company. So I definitely, that is not a work. Now,
Right.
after this meeting, like JLB just mentioned that they had with MJF and Tony Khan, where things hashed out, and that they decide to turn this into, like they say, the best storylines are the ones that are grounded in reality.
Mm-hmm.
So did they decide to go this route, which would have been a brilliant business move. We saw the reaction. We saw the pop. Crowd
It was almost like MJF turned face.
We were talking about this before going on the air. Definitely felt like a double turn there, because they started off by booing him, and then they started off by cheering him, and technically booing, I don't know, maybe not Tony Khan, but yeah, I guess Tony Khan, the administration, the whole upper echelon, I guess.
Right.
Now, from there, I don't know, because I think it's a brilliant business move, so it could be a work. But then if this is a work, today they announced that they took off, right? Big Red can confirm this, that they took off MJF from the AEW shop
roster page and the merchandise.
Off the roster page, yeah. So if they're doing it, they're really going all in. If this is a work, they're gonna go
all in.
No pun intended.
Pun is always intended.
Yes, that's right. But fuck, was it great? And I think I want to get a T-shirt of "Fire Me, you fucking Mark." That's fucking the best. It's brilliant. The
that's
emotion.
what he said.
Yeah. When he faced.
Okay.
So that's definitely, if they ever make a T-shirt out of that, I'll do it. If they don't, but it was the emotions. Everything was on point. If there was any doubt that MJF was a master on the mic, there's no more doubt, no more.
No, completely. It was weird because at some points I felt like it was very scripted, but then he just kind of turned it. Like, it did sound a lot like CM Punk's pipe bomb at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I guess he had kind of obviously rewatched that again and but whatever, it was fantastic. Because at the end of the day, the saying that even mentioning WWE like that, ex-WWE stars, maybe if I was an ex-WWE star, yada yada yada. But the guy just then has this stone cold face to it. I'm just like, I'm sold though. Like, I don't care if it's a work or no work, I'm in it. Mm-hmm. Like, please, let's do this.
He gave me when it was like, he gave me like a Ric Flair vibe when he was really pissed there, with the veins popping out of his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the emotions were definitely there, and I know I see the comparison you're saying, because if one thing Rick was good at in his promos, or is good at, because he's still alive, poor guy.
Poor guy.
Well, not poor guy. I mean, yeah,
he's still alive, poor guy, and gonna wrestle. So.
Yes, and he's gonna wrestle. Yes, and it's sold out, by the way. Close quotations. So he was good at putting emotions into his promos, right. And if MJF can learn from that, then he definitely put emotion into that promo yesterday. The only thing I don't like is, if it's a work, they should have waited a bit, maybe 2 weeks, because the guy did leave on a stretcher, took 10 power bombs, so now those power bombs look a bit weak. But at the same time, people, I don't know, after that promo, like, people have moved on from the Wardlow rivalry and maybe won't put that into account. But you leave on a stretcher 48 hours before, or whatever, 72 hours before, and you're completely fine.
Well, he did mention that he was hurt.
Yeah. Yes, he did mention his body was aching. Yes, that's true. That's true. You wanted to keep a bit of kayfabe there.
At the same time, I think because he kind of kept the kayfabe though.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe at the same time, getting 10 power bombs, is going to hurt you. And for sure, your body is going to be aching regardless. And then the whole, so that for me was like a little red flag. Like, why are you still kind of keeping kayfabe? If you're pissed off, what do you really give a shit?
Mm-hmm.
2, CM Punk coming out afterwards.
Yeah, during the commercial break.
During the commercial break, making him run away.
And if you noticed, I noticed. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I told Big Reg this before. CM Punk only had one boot on and had the other foot was barefoot. So it seemed like he was getting ready during this promo, and then after he wanted to go talk to CM Punk, MJF during the commercial break, and MJF just left. And apparently he left right away after left the arena also right away. So I don't know. The CM Punk coming to the ring, coming to talk to him, half dressed. I don't know if they're doing it. They're doing it good.
Well, they have to, because they know everyone is going to be talking and so on.
Right.
So you really just have to just keep it going, kind of thing, right? Why would CM Punk not be ready? It's going to make people think, well, but why would you wear one shoe? You know what I mean? So they're doing a great job, as you were mentioning. And maybe like I'm just curious to what that meeting was, though, and I feel like we'll eventually find out. But
who caved,
did Tony give in? Who caved? Yeah. Like, did Tony give in? Did he kind of realize? I had posted a joke about MJF possibly being after a year in WWE being renamed and rebranded as I think it was Maxville something, whatever, which almost certainly would happen, and then eventually at some point he'd just be named Max, probably. Because,
I don't know about that, because at that point Vince would be buying Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and not a wrestler that's unknown. And that I think like Vince saying that when Cody said, I want to keep Kingdom, I want to keep my American Nightmare, and Vince told him, yeah, that's what we're buying, so yes, that's what we want you to be. I guess in MJF's case that would be the same too. It would be hard to repackage, rename MJF. What they would want would be whoever. Well,
they did it with LA Knight, and LA Knight was their name.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, because LA Knight was his name, and now they repackaged him again. It is a bit weird. So we never know with WWE. But it would be a huge mistake on their part from signing MJF and having him repackaged.
My thing is, I'm afraid that if he goes to New York, that he's going to be lost in the shuffle.
Like Johnny Elite?
Like Johnny Elite. Very well said.
Yeah, it definitely could happen.
Because
at the same time, I think he's gonna get. I don't necessarily. He's definitely gonna be facing like the Miz first and foremost.
That's it.
I think they're just definitely gonna do it. But at the same time, I don't know. He's definitely not gonna be main event. He's not gonna be on Cody level, on Roman level, on. He's gonna
be 24/7 champion in like the first week.
No, I wouldn't say 24/7 champion. They're gonna treat him with. He's definitely gonna be like IC title. Maybe bring a little bit elegance to the IC title again. I don't even know who the IC champion is anymore.
Ricochet.
Fuck. See, I'm fucking upset at myself that I didn't know he was the fucking IC champion, because I love Ricochet. He's fucking amazing, but they're not doing anything with it. So, yeah. So, I mean, aside from that, I guess the newest update is the roster. He's out of the roster page. He's off of the thing. I don't know. And also just, I guess my last little thing is, why go and give the guy a live mic to go on
exactly
to go into your show? You know what I mean? Like,
this is MJF. Do this shit's gonna hit the fan?
Well,
I guess the CM Punk thing too. Why did they give CM Punk a live mic as well? But that was legit a pipe bomb. Then all these years now we know.
No, I think they've confirmed, both sides confirmed that it was scripted. It was a work.
Oh really?
Okay. So
after
this is the same shit.
Obviously, the Vince. But what I heard on the I don't remember which podcast it was. It was I think it was Dave Meltzer. I'm not sure. That they knew what he's going to say, but not exactly word by word. So
right.
So he gave him the guidelines, and this is going to do. And Vince thought it was a good idea, and it was. So I can see where they're going with this. But do we want MJF as a face, or as the anti-hero type of baby face?
It all depends what kind of match he's going to get from this.
Well,
I mean,
after
I
this,
don't
there's-
necessarily care about his matches, though, right? I still
Mhm.
only care about his promo skills. He was even saying himself, like, I
I
loved all
don't.
the fan bashing, though, by the way. I thought that was fucking awesome. He's like, now you guys like me, but over the weekend, you were saying how unprofessional I was and
Mhm.
da 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 da. And I was like, man, like everything he said was facts. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I know we're making fun of ourselves in this scenario, but he's fucking right. Because us as wrestling fans think we know everything. I think we're more generally, at least a little bit we're more realistic and
Mhm.
logical on stuff. But, we can certainly get into that route of saying stupid shit and whatever based off of wrestling. What the fuck do we know? We don't know anything that goes on. And he's absolutely right. We're not in anyone's ear. We're not, you know what I mean? We haven't fucking met Tony Khan or been in backstage with all the wrestlers and so on. So what the fuck do we know? And he's absolutely right. Unless I guess maybe if you're Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez and even them, I don't even know if they've necessarily have been in the back kind
Huh.
of blah blah blah. So
Maybe the closest to that is Dave Meltzer a bit, but even at that,
yeah, even that's a 40-year relationship.
yeah,
So it takes time.
to build that. Yeah, I don't. I don't. I don't see how how this could not be kayfabe because fuck, it's too. They,
Good.
well, yeah. There's one thing. Yeah, that usually when it's this good, it's because it was planned out. But sometimes no. I guess. I guess the best things are improvised. I guess I've heard that saying sometimes. But anyways,
Right.
it's just I don't see who would cave in this situation. I don't think MJF would cave, which means what MJF wanted was to get a raise, but have his contract still finish in 2024. Tony Khan was okay with giving him a raise, but wanted to extend the years.
Right.
I don't think MJF would cave because it looks like MJF really wants to be a free agent 2024, and it doesn't mean that's he wants to come to WWE. He just thinks a bidding war is going to make him more money, which
Yes.
which
It
will.
might, or it might also burn him a bridge too. You know
It
what I mean?
could.
We talked about that last time around too. Like at the end of the day, Tony Khan just might get sick of your shit because WWE is probably going to be able to give him more money at the end of the day because Vince will just try to grab him and whatever. Yes,
Mhm.
Tony Khan has more money in general than Vince, but at the same time, I don't think Tony Khan's going to try and over outbid him with what Vince would give him because Vince will just throw money like that and be like, oh yeah, here's that. But I don't see also at the same time, I don't see Vince giving him like a KO deal or giving him even a Cody deal. You know what I mean? I don't see him being the top 10 paid in the WWE either because he doesn't his whole reasoning with the guys in the back, the ex-WWE stars come in and all that and da da da. Well, at the end of the day, bro, Daniel Bryan has been wrestling for like 15 years. He's made his name and all that. Moxley, same kind of thing. He's made his name and so on. MJF is beginning to make his name. So
Right.
why are they going to bank on sure, it may be in 2 years kind of thing, you know what I mean? You can then really renegotiate again, but I feel like Tony will be giving him a shit ton of more money than let's say he's getting 200,000 now. Let's say a year.
Mhm.
I feel like Tony might bump that up to 750.
Would be fair.
And at that rate, yeah, I'd still fucking do it because you're the face of a fucking new company. You're not going to be the face of WWE. It's not going to happen. At least
Well, he definitely wouldn't start off being in the top, like you said, top 10, top 5 in WWE. Definitely not. But I think with his talent, he could definitely make that spot, work through to get to that spot.
Not with a PG. His talent only works well with the hardcore Mark fans. He might hate us and whatever, but at the end of the day, he
We pay him.
fucking needs those Mark.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I mean, there's that. I mean, that's everywhere. But I'm saying more along the lines of that's what he works good against. He works good of the stuff behind the scenes with what we know, with how AEW portrays those stuff. He doesn't make the fans seem stupid in that regard. They kind of dish it out all on the air. And MJF works perfectly with that. So as much as he claims he hates the marks and so on, that's where he fucking thrives. And with WWE, he's not going to be able to do that. The fact, I feel like MJF does do a lot of his scripting in AEW, and with WWE, that's going to get all taken away. And it's going to be watered down galore. He's going to be a lighter Miz or a Miz. Miz is great, but the last Miz promo that I could think of that was fucking epic was maybe like this Talking Smack promo that he did.
Yeah, that's definitely the most memorable.
You know what
one,
I
yeah.
mean? Because I think that was kind of a bit unscripted. Hi guys, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Yeah,
Hello.
we're having a wonderful day. Hello.
I think we underestimate MJF's ability to adapt. I think this for this audition,
this
for
is
this
all
audition.
we've seen.
Exactly. For this audience, which is the AEW audience, which is, I totally agree, a bit more of the independent, hardcore wrestling fan than the more casual fan that we see for WWE. But I think at that age, he is a student of the game. This guy watches video after video after video of promos, of matches. We've seen his ability to improve because we've seen in a year and a half how much his wrestling improved. We have that Darby match to prove that. So I think he would be able to adapt and become and direct his heel behavior more accurately towards the WWE fans if that was the case. Now, I think he would rather stay in AEW because he's scared of getting watered down in WWE, but he's definitely willing to use them in a bidding war to get the money that he thinks he deserves. And I think that when he was talking about those ex-WWE guys coming in and getting more money than him, and that they can't lace his boots, I don't think he was necessarily talking about Daniel Bryan and John Moxley. I think he was more talking about the Swerves and the Keith Lees that are probably making a bit more money than him. They're not making John Moxley, Daniel Bryan money, or Bryan Danielson money, but they're making a bit more than him because they came in later in the company. When MJF came in, they didn't have TV deals yet, so the money was a bit more restrained. Now they have a TV deal. They actually signed a second one. So maybe that's what he's complaining about. More guys like Swerve and Keith Lee, forgetting to mention others that are maybe getting paid. Yes, exactly. That are maybe getting paid a bit more than him. And that's what he says, because I think he knows enough about the wrestling business to know that a guy like Mox and Daniel Bryan obviously are going to come into a new company like this and make more money than you.
Jericho. Yeah.
And Jericho, obviously. Jeff forgot Jericho.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I hope that's what he's thinking of. I hope his ego isn't that extreme to be thinking of the John Moxleys, the Bryans, and the Jerichos. You know? So if he is, and that I would completely agree with him. If he's thinking about the Keith Lees, the Swerves and the Miros of the world, then you know what? Yeah, I think you should definitely be getting more money than them because, hey, you started this company from the beginning. You're practically were there when the first furniture was put in, when the first ring was put in. You definitely deserve to be getting a lot more money. Sure, Keith Lee might be better in the ring, but at the end of the day, I think MJF adds a lot of value in other places, promos, merchandise. Apparently, during that fan fest, apparently the majority of the fans were there to see MJF. So, and the guy's just fucking talented. Did you guys see the fucking carpool karaoke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that he
with the Rough Riders anthem. Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna sing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sing. Stop. You know, like he's just entertaining. So AEW also has a knack for doing a lot of those things as well, getting that stuff going on. That's like an Apple original, I think, too. So, and they are starting to do a lot of stuff. They have a lot, being the elite, and they're doing a lot more YouTube stuff, and they're just slowly going to keep expanding. And that's where MJF is really going to shine as well. MJF is not going to be a Daniel Bryan for me. You know what I mean? He's not going to be at that level. He's not. Maybe he might be at some point, but it's completely different wrestling with what he does. So, if I get more of MJF with what he did with Darby, I'm fine with it. Like if that's all you do and whatever, like you're good. But he's got to. I agree with both sides, which is fucked. You know what I mean? Like I understand MJF, and I completely agree. Any person who feels devalued in a company gets mad and thinks he deserves more, and other people who are just coming in off like that are fucking getting treated better than you are. I understand it. You know what I mean? We've all been there. with any company that we've been in, and also we, we understand, so we can understand him, but also at the same time, um, maybe he has a point where maybe, yes, Tony Khan knows how to run soccer stadiums and soccer teams and do all that, and he does
Stat
have a
boy.
lot of. He's a stat boy, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So he's taking a look at the stats, but that's completely different. So if you're taking a look at the stats, then what about the stats of merchandising and this and that and that? Jericho, I'm sure, is selling a lot for you. You know what I mean? I think he would be second in that regard. So I
I
don't
think
know.
he's
So
second
if
in
he's a stat
merchandise
boy,
because when he mentioned he's the second most per
maybe
minute.
CM Punk is
That's
around
it. I
there
think
too. I don't know.
I think merchandise would be Jericho probably because he has different kinds of merchandise, a lot of different shirts and a lot of different stuff. And he's probably second there. And he in the views per minute that he was talking about, I think it would be CM Punk because I think CM Punk is with that crowd, with that audience, he's very over. So I guess it would make sense for him to have be the highest view per minute. Um,
Yeah.
I, I want to ask you guys, how would you guys are Tony Khan? How'd you book this? What decisions would you make? Would you cave in or would you play hardball? What would you guys do?
Mm.
I think I'd cave in. I don't know. I would try to negotiate a bit more, not giving him exactly what he wants, because I feel like if
Mhm.
you do give exactly what he wants, he's going to get an even higher ego.
Yeah.
So if he's saying, "Hey, well, I'd also," but I feel like I'd want a little bit of an extension, or I tell him, "Hey, all right, I'll give you an extent. I'll give you the amount. Let's say he's at 200,000 now, and I'm like, listen, I'll give you 500,000 now for until your contract is up, kind of
Mhm.
thing, and then it's gonna be another two. It's gonna be another 2 years, and then at that point, I'll give you 750.
Mhm.
But
I
I'll
think it's a
only
good
give you
compromise.
500,000. Yeah, I'll only give you 500,000 now if you already agree to get to if you agree to the 500,000, then you're agreeing for the extension for 2 years when your contract is up at 750.
Mhm.
And because MJF is worth it. There's so much
Yeah.
potential there. Even if he doesn't give you the best wrestling match of the year or of the pay-per-view or of the month, it doesn't matter, man. The guy just has value within his voice.
Mhm.
You gotta, and I'm sure Tony Khan sees that, but I also feel like, he doesn't want to be bullied at the same time. So,
There's a shout out to
uh,
Justin.
hey, thank you. Whoop. I feel
Special.
too special. Too special.
How would you do it, Big Red?
I wouldn't cave. I would let him go.
That's the businessman talking to you, huh?
Yeah, that's that's Vince McMahon talking right there.
No, because look, he wants to go to WWE. Technically, doesn't mean the grass is greener on the other side, man.
Oh, that's true. That's definitely true.
And then he's gonna cry. Probably come back.
You don't want to burn bridges either.
And
Both ways, yeah.
and I'll take him back. But it'll be on here. I'll give you this much. You don't like it? Well, then
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I mean,
think
and
you
sure,
had your
you
you
can
had your
always do that.
you had your chance. Go to Major League Wrestling where you were before.
I would give him his raise, but I would definitely
Haha.
I would
Ah,
definitely
man.
I'm gonna give you the raise, but you gotta give me at least one more year.
Yeah, but
Because then he would have 3 years left in his contract. Well, 2 years and a half technically, because we're already halfway 2022. And then there's a possibility there that he will want to resign after. Because if you give him, let's say whatever, $750,000, okay, I'll give it to you, no problem. But you give me that 1 year extension. So like that, I'm not asking you for 3 years where you're locked with us for another 3 until 2027. I'm asking you for one. And in that span from here on to when the contract ends, I make him not want to leave. Because now I'm starting to believe that MJF will never be any other champion than world champion. There's no mid card belts for MJF. You're either the man or you're just part of the team. Being one of the best, but still part of the team. I don't see TNT titles or
Right.
in this future for him. It's either all or nothing. So in that
All
span,
or
I would
nothing.
try to convince him.
Hey, you're all in, all or nothing. Top, nah.
Is that a
I
pay per
think
view? I feel like that is a pay per view, right?
It is.
All or nothing. Where's
no,
that? That's not a pay per view.
no,
It's
that's not
not.
a pay per view. No,
It's
That's
not,
double
sounds
or
like a
nothing.
bit.
I
Oh,
think
it's
it's a
double or
spot.
nothing.
Double or nothing. That's right. That's right.
Which I guess we'll also talk about too, because boys,
But actually, let's start with that.
well, yeah.
Since it started the pay per view, would you guys have booked a squash like that?
No.
Like, we understand we want to make Wardlow look strong. I think we all agree there. The point in all this was to make Wardlow look strong and being put over immensely with the crowd. But did it have to go that way, or was this a punishment? A bit?
If I was MJF, I wouldn't show up.
Wow.
I wouldn't show up.
I don't think he's gonna do that because he knows he's gonna burn that fucking bridge completely, and that's definitely that's gonna make Wardlow look like shit. I don't know how close he is with Wardlow or whatever have you, but
Okay.
I'm sure he's pretty close with him. They've been working together for the past 3
But
years.
there are
Yeah.
many people in the past that took their ball and went home.
Yeah, but he's too young. He's too young to do that. The people that took their ball and went home were already legendary. They
Okay.
were legendary status,
Yes.
and they could
And had
afford
more
to do
leverage,
it.
I guess. Yeah.
And had more leverage. Austin already
Uh,
made his name. Brock Lesnar already made his name. You know what I mean? I can't think of anyone else who took their ball and went home. Hogan made his name.
Yes,
I
but
don't know who else.
you know how much we'll be talking more if he didn't show up?
No, we'd be talking the same.
Oh
I
no,
think.
no, no.
Well, we'd probably be talking the same, but I
Especially
mean,
with that promo.
the
Especially with that
reaction
promo
would have been
out of
different.
Yeah,
We might have been more talking negatively about it,
But we're still talking about it.
but we're still talking about it.
Well, I mean, I think regardless what would happen, we'd still be talking about it. That's the news of the week. That's the flavor of the week.
Like, I would have definitely made Wardlow look strong. There's no doubt. I would have definitely made him take at least 5, maybe even 6 for that extra one. After the 5th one, go with the crowd and give him a 6th
You
power
could do-
bomb.
You could just
But-
have, sorry, finish your thought.
No, go. It's because I just think it was a bit too much of a squash. Like, put in a bit of offense, give him a
if-
few moves, maybe 1 year fall at least or something. I don't know.
If he knew,
Well, it started
if
off
I,
good.
if I knew that I was gonna get squashed like that, if I'm close to you or not, I'll just lay. You want me to squash? I go in, lie down, 1, 2, 3. There you go.
I
No,
don't know if
'cause
that worked good
MJF
for
has-
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. MJF has more respect for the business than that, though. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, he's pissed off or whatever. He's not going to fuck up Wardlow like that. He's not going to fuck up just the overall wrestling business like that. I think you got to
Yes.
give MJF credit. He is a major student of the game, though, at the same
Mhm,
time.
de-
So that is a
definitely.
thing. He definitely is. So I think he was always going to show up, but he was just going to show up at the last minute. Because at the end of the day, he knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think if all of this hoopla would have happened with him not showing and I think maybe they would have gave him a little bit more of a chance in the sense of in the actual ring. I think it started off nicely with him being a little chicken shit, him running out of the ring, him with the diamond ring and all that. I think that was done beautifully. Then after that, it just became a
over.
shit show squash. So I think I knew he was going to lose. I just wanted him to definitely put up a little bit more of a fight.
Mhm.
So that's where I think if we never heard about any of these contractual trials and tribulations that he was going through, then it maybe would have been a decent and better match.
Yeah, I think that's
again-
fair. I think that's fair.
Because for a pay-per-view, I don't know how you do a squash match. I feel like W. Morrissey. I was gonna say it again. I feel like W. Morrissey had a better matchup with Wardlow than MJF did. You know what I mean? MJF is and you need him. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird for me. I didn't enjoy. I knew he was going to lose because we get it. And if he doesn't have to win to right? Especially not in this scenario. Well, Wardlow needs to be good. He's the big
Yes.
guy. He's been taken advantage of the past 3 years. This whole time. Time to dish it out to the boss that everybody wants to see because everybody wants to do that to their boss that they don't like anymore, who's been taking advantage of them all these years and so on. So I just wanted a little bit more of a fight, a little bit more. Why not? I don't even think Sean Spears came to do anything.
No,
no
one came.
Or anyone else. Just
Could
give me a little.
could have
bit
been that they
more
were
stuff.
instructed. Everybody was instructed not to go. Like let MJF get his beating. Ugh.
Maybe
I-
I don't know.
Because at the same time, yes, I understand it's unprofessional to the fans that paid $1,000 to meet, and they were all reimbursed, so nobody lost
Right.
money there. But
Right.
but it's still,
$1,000.
yeah, it's still a
Oh.
bitch to show up, wait in line, and then find out that what you paid for won't be there. So I don't like that. I do find it's unprofessional, but at the same time, it fits a bit the MJF character, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it could pass. Now, not showing up on the show, that's a whole different story. That opens you up to maybe a lawsuit or something, because
Right.
you're contractually
There's that too. There's that too. Yeah.
you're contractually obligated to fulfill your obligations, right? So,
Right.
did somebody advise MJF? Listen, it's better if you just go, because then not only you're going to burn bridges, but then this might cost you money, and maybe after this whole this whole Sasha and Naomi fiasco, will WWE frown upon you not showing a show and then not showing up on a show,
Yeah.
and then maybe that might hurt your chances in a bidding war with WWE. And he's like, man,
Right.
that all makes sense, right? So
Mhm.
let me show up 5 minutes before. Let me just get squashed, and then I'll pull. But I don't know if he knew at that point that he was going to pull a promo on Wednesday, but because after that squash, I was like, shit, this is gonna hurt, man. This is gonna hurt. I posted a few memes, a few gifs of the Symphony of Destruction. This was gonna be like I was gonna remember this every time I watch MJF. But now he eclipsed all this with this promo, so the squash really is no longer relevant.
Right.
I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I
Yeah,
still wouldn't have done it that way.
Go ahead, good sir.
I still wouldn't show. That's just me.
Fucking hard head, huh? Dead dude.
No, because you're standing for what you believe. That's how I see it. He's standing for what he believes, and what he thinks he's worth.
Yes, that's okay. You can still put your foot down and say, "Listen, I totally don't agree with this. This is not. I don't
Right.
think this is a good idea.
But
But I'm
when
going to do what I."
contracted, it's fine if he was an independent contractor and whatever.
I'm hard-headed.
and
That's
you're
why I don't do
working-
contracts.
Yeah, there you go.
The only contract I
Makes
have is my marriage one. That's it.
sense. There you go. And even then,
And sometimes I still don't show up. No,
that's
But Big Red is a bit hard here because on one side he would fire him, and
I know he's like on
and
both
then on
ends.
the other
He's a bit
side
of
he
a
wouldn't
hypocrite.
show.
no, because you're asking me if I was MJF, I
fire
wouldn't
him.
show
No,
up.
I know.
But if I was Tony, I would fire him.
I know, and like I think Kid Crazy was onto a point there. If WWE sees him not show up, WWE will be like, oh, well, what if he doesn't like something we do? Is he going to do the same thing? At the end of the day, regardless,
You
whether
fire
he
him there.
stands or not, Tony- well, yeah, but then you're just wasting, you're just wasting opportunities and all that. It's just a waste of time for everybody, especially for MJF. And the problem is, he knows his worth and he's great and he is such a talent that everyone kind of wants him. That's why maybe he has this ego, but again, I understand it, but at the same time, I don't know, man.
But do we
It's,
know that WWE wants him?
That who was it? I think it was John Pollock that mentioned that the interest in WWE hasn't faded after this whole fiasco.
Hasn't faded.
Yeah, hasn't exactly.
Okay.
Has not faded.
Yeah.
So
Well, because they also want Warlow. So
yeah, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? Yeah. I'm
Guy's
surprised they
money,
don't
man.
go after.
and they want
what's his name?
Jade. So
Another big
yeah,
star.
Yeah, I mean, she has the greatest physique in the women's division in AEW. I just
doesn't-
still am
she
not a
doesn't-
fan of her wrestling.
not me either.
Her wrestling is obviously still green. It's getting better. So to her credit, it is
Okay,
getting
so
better. Her
it's
character,
It's
her
frustrating.
character is amazing, and it's getting even that she's tweaking a few things here and there, getting her catchphrases. Cut
And
that
now
shit,
with
Tony.
Bowens, and
Yeah.
now with Bowens
Her-
coming out,
Bivens.
Bivens, sorry.
Her entrance.
What's his
Bivens
name
coming
in?
out.
What's his name here? Holloway, right? In
Holloway,
AEW. Yeah.
Her entrance music, I think, is one of my favorite in AEW.
Isn't there a similarity there with the Four Horsemen? The
It
guitars
sounds-
there seem very, very similar there.
It sounds like a lot like The Rock.
Oh, one of those, yeah. With the one of those. It was one that didn't last a long time, but I know the one with the guitars. But I don't know. I've been listening to the Four Horsemen because it's on the jukebox at one of the bars I go to. They have a WWE CD, and the Four Horsemen is there, so I listen to it a lot. And it seems, I don't know, that those guitars seem very. But I do like Jade's entrance music.
It's one of my
Definitely.
top 5.
And with Holloway now, with Malcolm, formerly known as Malcolm Bivens, I think this only gets better. Already, this promo on yesterday was better than all the other ones with Mark Smart or whatever. Smart
Sterling,
Mark.
yeah.
Smart Mark.
Smart Mark.
Sterling, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be excited for that little 3-on-3 action going on there.
I'm happy about Athena.
Yeah, Athena, she looks happy as
Yep.
hell. She's
Yeah.
still not great with her promos, but she's getting there. She was decent, but I find her reactions a bit off. I
Yeah,
feel
the
like they're a
timing is
bit
not there
fake,
yet. Yeah.
a bit forced. But
And-
yeah, I'm really happy. I think Ember Moon was phenomenal talent in WWE, and she just was never used properly, although she was the champion for a bit. I just feel like I hope I get.
I
to
just
see
don't
Ember
want
Moon.
it to
I want
be
see-
a repeat of Johnny Elite. So don't go face Jade, lose, then go on Dark, and then come on Dynamite, get squashed, and then get lost in the shuffle.
Oh, you got squashed
because-
against who?
Miro.
Miro.
Miro. Ugh. I don't know, guys.
He's back, and I
I
think
don't
he's
care.
a face.
No, he's the Redeemer.
He's,
He's
a
still
face.
the Redeemer, but
Uh,
I don't know.
yeah,
It seemed
he's
a bit
still heel.
heelish. It seemed a bit heelish.
It seems a bit face to me.
Guess we'll have to wait and see because it was a short
Yeah.
promo.
I mean, I don't
care.
care. I really don't care about Miro, though. I don't know, man. I don't give a shit about him. Still, give me time.
He's
I
the
guess,
best man.
but
No, I'm joking.
Like I understand that the guys come
That
back.
was the
so you
only
wanna make
thing
him-
I gave a shit about him, though. Like that whole little thing was probably the
Yeah.
best thing about him.
The best man, the gamer one was shit. The best man was okay. The Redeemer TNT champion was
Because
know.
he said in his promo that he didn't want to go to heaven. And
Yeah, so that's pretty heel.
that's
No,
pretty
but-
heel.
the way he said it sounded like he was getting a revenge from God. But to me, it sounded like he was a face. That's how,
Yeah, but he's like a religious heel person. Like he
I
thinks
put it-
he's God.
I put like he's a religious Hercules.
Yeah, redeem these nuts.
Oh
Then.
Jesus. We're making that a shirt. We have
It is a shirt.
It is a
It
shirt.
is a shirt. Oh yeah.
Me and Costa have it. I actually brought that to church once.
Oh my god.
Oh, from
You
Eddie
got
Kingston,
balls.
right?
You got balls. Please don't tell me it was a Portuguese church.
Yeah, it was at Santa Cruz.
Oh my god. The rumors are going wild.
He obviously had a jacket over his fucking shirt.
Yeah,
Obviously, he doesn't have the cojones to wear that shirt.
It was
and a
for
Portuguese shirt.
it was for May 13th for Nurse Snort.
for Our Lady Fatima.
Yeah.
Mia,
Question
your
is,
wife
were
probably told you
wearing
cover
a
that
shirt
shit up.
over? Yeah, definitely. You did not wear that loud and proud. Redeem these nuts. Hey, Portuguese, redeem these nuts. No.
Half of these people don't even know how
that.
to read
That's
English.
true too.
Valid point.
Shit, I forgot my train of
And
thought.
now all your Portuguese faculty are watching, and now they're gonna forever hate you.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
In
That's
the
it.
wise words of MJF. No, I'm joking.
So Double or Nothing, guys. What was your match of the night?
I was very match of the night.
Match of the night. Match of the night. Match of the night.
I
Are
would
you
have-
talking about entertaining or
Okay,
just like
just throw them
Ooh.
down to me. Just give me your list. Give me your list of
You
matches.
could go
that you
MJF.
like.
You could go MJF.
you could go Costa? Sorry,
Oh. I was like,
Your name is Jean Francois now. Your name is JF now.
Michael
Uh,
Juan Costa.
disappointment of the night. I would have
Yeah,
to
you
go with
wanna go to-
Hardy's versus Harvey's. I'm thinking of a
Have it your way.
hamburger, yeah. Hardy's versus Young Buck was definitely a disappointment for me. I understand Jeff Hardy getting hurt at the beginning might have weighed in
Well,
the
his
balance
boot
there.
was also fucked up too, right? It was
Yeah,
his
yeah.
boot was messed up, and that caused a lot of. But Matt Hardy seemed like shit too, so I was waiting to see any more news on that, but nothing.
Well, we
Nothing,
know
so
that
I don't know.
Hardy was hurt because he wasn't part of the six. They took him out of the 6-man that
Yeah.
was at Dynamite yesterday. But Matt Hardy's reaching. I don't want to be mean, but he's definitely reaching the end of the rope there. He literally can't bend or fold. It seems he's always stiff there out there. So I don't know.
Well, because now he's changing his stuff back to what they were as the Hardy Boys, but he can't. Originally, when he came in AEW as just the Delete Hardy and whatever, when he was doing that stuff, it was fine. But bro, you cannot be a Hardy Boy again. Jeff, I don't know how Jeff can do it still. But you know, that's Jeff. He's an adrenaline junkie and whatever, he'll do it. Matt was never really the crazy.
yeah.
Matt is like a regular person in the sense where yes, we can do these things when we're younger, but when we hit a certain age, no bueno.
Yeah.
You know, we can't do it anymore. So Matt's at that level, and I don't think Matt has to do. Sure, you can do the poetry in motion. Is it poetry in motion?
Yes.
The poetry in motion. You can bend whatever and get Jeff to fly. But I mean, bro, none of this leg drops craziness from the top rope and all that. You can't anymore. You're not old as balls, but you know, you're getting older to the point where
Delete.
yeah, just delete. Just work on regular basic wrestling because you're fine doing that. You know what I mean? We look to Jeff for the high flying shit. We don't look at you for that. You didn't really do a whole lot. You did a lot more when you were younger, just because you were younger and your bones were better, and you know, arthritis wasn't a thing. Not to say that you have arthritis, but you know, you're older. It's getting there.
He's definitely having a hard time there.
Yeah.
We could see. But so in all this context that we all just mentioned here, was the finish the way to go?
Hardy's won, right?
Yeah, putting Hardy's over. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I guess so. Just because then I think that's gonna build to something with Adam Cole eventually bringing it up later on towards the Young Bucks when Kenny comes back or something. They surprisingly did nothing with All Elite or the Undisputed Era fiasco in this pay-per-view at all. So my whole thing on that was just whoop out the window. But I think it is the proper way to do it. I feel like they want to rebuild the Hardys again. Young Bucks they both could either win or lose, but I think it would affect it more if the Hardys lost. Just
I would like them to go
the older, washed up kind of thing.
I would like them to get a second chance to go at it. Maybe in a continued storyline some way, somehow. Because now I'm having a blank, but didn't they attacked the Hardys after the match, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So so there's a
it on and double check.
Yeah.
No, they did.
I'm pretty sure. So there's a continuation there. So hopefully they'll be able to redeem themselves. There. My favorite match of the night, surprisingly, okay. First of all, let's get this out of the way. 5 hours is way too long for a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
like,
thank
like
God it's every 2 months.
Yeah.
Thank God it's like every 2 months. Because
Well, not
honestly,
now.
Well, I mean, you know, whatever. Forbidden Door is a special thing.
Yeah.
But I have these issues with AEW's pay-per-views. I absolutely like what's happening, but I just don't. Even when I recap it afterwards, I'm overwhelmed. You know what I mean? I don't really remember it. I don't remember the Samoa Joe Adam Cole match at all because of everything that was after it. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, the Samoa Joe Adam Cole match was good. Sure, I imagine it was good, but I don't remember anything. It's just too much. 11 matches. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Make it 2 nights.
No.
Yeah, just
Make
have
it
less
Saturday,
matches.
Sunday.
No,
Or
I
just
don't
have less
mind that.
matches.
I don't. Yeah, have last match is definitely the way to go. I
Okay,
don't know if
from
his excuse for all this. I don't know if you guys heard at the presser after the pay per view, his whole because he saw a boxing event a few years ago where they were going up against the NBA final, and he said that the main event of the boxing event they prolonged it or delayed it for after the game was over, so people would tune in. First of all, boxing is not wrestling. That's
True.
the first. Second thing
It's very
is
true.
that you're buying it. You're buying a pay per view.
Mhm.
You're gonna watch the pay per view. You're not gonna be watching the basketball
Right.
game. So this is not like when it's head to head on TV where you go switch back and forth or. No, this is you're paying $50-$60. You're gonna watch a goddamn fucking pay per view.
63.98 to be precise.
Well, I mean, yes and no, right? So,
Especially nowadays where you have your phone and your tablets and everything, where you
well,
can
there's
watch
that,
the
but
game
yes
on your
and no.
phone.
You can also replay it, right? If you order
That's
it.
true.
So you can also replay it. So hey, I want to watch the game live. This is a big game. I think there was a game 7 or
Yeah, it was a
something
game
on
7.
Sunday.
Who won,
So
by
it
the
was a
way?
game 7.
Boston.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
congrats.
What do you mean they won like the big?
Yeah,
No,
they
they just
won.
won the Eastern Conference final.
Oh, they won.
Now
the
they're
game.
going to the
Okay.
finals.
Who's in the finals?
Yeah, they're in the finals against
Who's in the
Golden
final?
State. Golden
Boston.
State.
Oh, look at that. Fucking
Oh,
Steph
Golden
Curry,
State.
yeah? He's still
I
there.
hope Boston destroys them because I can't stand Golden State. Anyways, back to wrestling.
Yeah, I hope someone scores and hoops their way through life and wins. What do I give a shit?
But it's true. You
Um,
are right, Justin. That that wrestling is easily recorded and watched later, and everybody likes to watch live sports.
right
live.
because live because you want to,
Yeah.
especially if you're a basketball fan, you're not going to be like, oh, well, I want to watch wrestling. You're most likely going to watch the basketball game though. At the end of the day, we might have money on it, or you're just are going to be with a bunch of friends. You want to go out, you're going to watch the game, have a good time, whatever. Wrestling, you can watch anytime you want, and it's not either way. One of them is going to be spoiled. I'd rather you spoil the wrestling for me rather than the basketball game that's live. That's at game 7. You know what I
But
mean?
it's yes, and it's definitely easier to spoil a sports game where all you need to know is the final score and it's spoiled.
right.
Where I have to go down the whole match card to spoil everything for you and for a wrestling pay per view. But I don't know. That maybe he tried that, but now he's getting the feedback that 5 hours is way too long. Because when I looked at my watch and I saw it 11,
12:30,
15,
bro.
yeah, I was like, what? There's still like 3 matches left. It's going.
Dude, when they were doing the Jericho appreciation match, like then they're like, oh, don't forget, we also have I don't know what match was afterwards.
Well, the
then
2
we have
finals.
final. Yeah.
Yeah, they had
well, no, the
after the
finals already
Jericho, they had
happened.
the two Owen Hart finals and then the main
That was
event.
before. That was before.
That was before.
Yeah.
So which one was in between? The main event and the Anarchy.
I think it was a tag match.
Oh yes, it's very well possible. Yes, I think you are right. Double check, but I think you are right. I think it's the tag team titles
AW Tag Team Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus.
because that's when I went to go smoke a joint. Yeah,
You missed a great match though.
yeah, it was good. It was good.
That match
I saw it
was
after.
pretty fire. Yeah, great match. Great match.
It was good.
And I didn't doubt that it would be a great match given the people that are in it. But I still overly enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, and it also shocked me that the Jungle Cruise kept it there.
Kept it. Yeah, me too. That was a bit surprising to me. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. But my surprising match, which wasn't announced, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this match was built.
On Rampage was announced.
No,
talking
not
about
him. I mean, Darby
O'Reilly?
versus O'Reilly.
Yeah, that was announced on
wasn't?
Rampage.
Oh, it was announced on Rampage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like
So-
very, very last minute. Yeah, that match was a great technical match.
FTR.
FTR theme sounds like Midnight Express. That's
I
the
think-
point, I think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
remix.
it's
It's
a
a
remix of
remix.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
I
very
think
hard
they
to get as a
mentioned it
result.
on the broadcast once. I think.
And by the way, when you do message, there's usually a thing that asks you to allow StreamYard to.
Yeah,
post
it was
your comment.
Larry Medeiros from Toronto.
Ah, there we go.
There we go. And thank you
Thanks
for
for the
tuning
comment,
in,
Larry.
Larry. So yeah, that Darby match was good.
That was fun. Yeah. And I figured that would, and see with that Darby, that was kind of nice. He didn't over spot compared to what
Yeah.
he usually does. But it was good. When you have someone like Kyle O'Reilly,
Okay.
you really got to get technical. So, Here comes Negative Nancy over here.
No, not that. I enjoy that match.
Oh no, sorry. Negative Nancy's for women. Negative Noah. How's it going, good sir?
That 6-man, well, 6 mixed tag, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Okay, yeah.
Which one?
Sammy Guevara. And,
Oh, yes.
Tay Conti
What the
and,
fuck was that? If I could fast forward, I would.
I didn't mind it though. I thought it was
Oh,
kind
no,
of okay.
it
I don't care for the storyline at all.
It was a
But
car
I-
crash from the beginning to the end.
Car crash. Wow.
I gave it a negative 0.0 stars.
I didn't like it either.
Wow.
I don't like it
Okay.
either. Maybe I'm
I-
biased because I don't like this whole Sammy.
I mean, yeah.
I'd
It's
rather watch
understandable.
the Discovery Channel than that.
I mean, I don't know. I enjoy me some Frankie Kazarian though, so maybe I got hyped over Frankie
No.
doing some shit
was-
with Scorpio Sky. I don't know.
I was impressed
didn't
with
mind
Paige
it.
though. What do you guys think about Paige?
Yeah?
Though? I was impressed with Paige. The
Stay
training with what's his face? The Brood, the guy from the Brood, Gangrel.
Gangrel.
Her training with Gangrel has been showing up some results.
If I could give her my opinion, I would tell her to stay home.
I think she's I think she's a better wrestler. I'm just talking about
She's
wrestling.
better than fucking Rousey. Well, I mean, maybe not after the Flair match, but I mean, you know,
Stay at
I think
UFC.
she's pretty
Well,
good.
Stay-
in a short, she's definitely better for a shorter period of time in training.
right.
No.
Like when she had Ronda had 1 year of training, that whole first year in the business, she wasn't as good as Paige looked. At least maybe Ty Conti maybe made her look better, but I don't think Ty Conti is a master technician in the ring also to make their opponents look great. So I think she actually put in the work and she actually better. I think she's better in
And-
the ring than Jade. She's not a better
block.
character. She's not as over as Jade, but she's already better than Jade in the ring.
Yeah, she's
No,
a bit more
no.
exciting. Yeah, man. She has charisma though, man. She's exciting in the ring.
She put
Exciting.
a
Exciting.
screwdriver pile driver, whatever. No, a corkscrew pile driver, which like Jade wouldn't even dream of being
Exciting.
able to make.
Exciting.
Well, I mean,
I'd rather
she's
watch
also-
dry clothes.
Or clothes
You'd
dry.
rather watch clothes
Clothes dry. Yeah. Dry clothes.
I think you'd rather get English lessons, to be frank with you. But
It's
you know.
it's I get it every Thursday with JLB.
Oh, singer.
Well done. Well played. Well played.
That's for you,
Well done.
Jeff.
Touche.
I don't know about boring.
Oh, no.
I'm definitely
I mean, it was a
definitely-
match of the night for me, but you know, was
yeah.
good.
It wasn't
I enjoyed it.
match of the night, but I wanted to mention how I appreciate her hard work and how she pulled off a match. It wasn't that bad.
You know that she wants main event money right away.
She
I-
wants
I-
to main
she
event
wants-
what?
She wants main event money.
Who Paige?
Yeah. Like
Oh,
now.
I mean, well, she doesn't care, bro. But at the end of the day, she doesn't necessarily give a shit.
Like
Like
I think she makes already a
might
lot of money
maybe
with her.
deserve it. She makes like
Tell her
that just
to go
might
take-
be a rumor. That just might
Tell
be a
her
rumor,
to go
though.
take
Uh,
more pictures on a boat and stay home.
Wow.
Uh,
Well, I mean, at the same time, look, at the end of the day, she's also sacrificing a lot too, right? Because she's still an MMA fighter.
so stay as an
So-
MMA fighter.
She's
So,
a bare,
well,
she's a bare knuckle
yeah.
fighter now. Yeah.
She's a bare knuckle fighter. So at the end of the day, though, it doesn't matter. Tony wants her. Fucking Adam Lambert. Dan Lambert is pushing her. Okay.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, if she fucks up in AEW somewhere and she gets hurt, guess what? She can't bare knuckle fight.
And
So she's gonna lose a lot of
exactly.
money there. So she
And she
can-
already-
she can ask for that.
I think she
should.
can. She already has a brand before
Yeah.
AEW.
Exactly.
She's already very popular on the social media and those other applications.
She doesn't
So-
need AEW. AEW
She-
maybe needs her more.
I think
So-
she brings eyes to the product more than the other way around. So new eyes. I mean, like people that don't usually watch wrestling. Like, hey, I heard Paige is on AEW. They go check it out. They like it. I think she's an asset for now.
Yeah.
An
we'll-
asset, an asset
we'll
for me
see.
to change the channel.
Yeah, but she's
just
also not going to be maybe long term either. So she's going to try and grab as much money as she possibly can. Because
Exactly, yeah.
you need me more than I need you. So
Well, the way you feel about Paige is the way I feel about DMD right now.
Whoa.
Oh.
Come on. That's not that's not in the same category.
Who's DMD? You mean fucking Brit? Okay.
That's not in the same category.
Yeah.
That's not in the
Because
same
of
category.
DMD. But this whole thing, I fucking absolutely love Adam Cole, and I really, really liked Brit.
But
Yeah.
I was really turned off by not by them winning the Owen Hart tournament, but by that whole fucking fluffy bullshit afterwards.
yes.
Oh, you mean
Um,
the whole crowning? The whole.
Yeah, the whole crowning, holding hands. It feels so special to win this with you. Fuck
it's
off with
kinda
this
cute.
bullshit.
Kind of cute though. Kind of cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
even-
It's not a romantic comedy over here.
It's at
it's reminded
Bachelorette.
me
No,
so
it's
much of
just a romantic. It's just a romance segment. That's all it is. Kind of cute though, bro. If you want it with your freaking girlfriend of how many whatever the fuck years, you're gonna fucking do the same thing.
I would celebrate with her definitely after the show. Would I be holding hands and being, oh, I'm so happy I won this with you?
Well, whatever. It made it less awkward with fucking Martha.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she
Did
was
you
kind of
notice?
weird. She was nervous and whatever. I get it.
She
like,
was
whatever, it's
nervous,
not her
yeah.
fault.
Did you notice that
was
she didn't thank the Hart family?
That she doesn't talk to them.
Well, she didn't. She doesn't talk to them. She didn't thank Brett.
That's
I was
true.
waiting for a Brett thank.
Oh,
you.
no. I think they're still in beef, right?
They're
Yeah.
Still, yeah. But I was like, are you gonna just kind of, like, just mention
There's
everything?
just
I think
something
if there was no
wrong.
beef, maybe Brett would be there.
That's it. That's it.
Because,
Do we think this tournament thing is gonna be
I think to be a year thing.
Like,
yeah.
thing every year?
Yeah.
Did they really need belts? Now everybody has a fucking belt in the company.
I didn't know, but I thought like the belt was like, okay, you have your belt, you bring it home, you frame it.
Yeah, now
Well,
they carry it
obviously
every
she's
day with
gonna-
them. They bring it to the ring also. Like, can you lose the belt? I don't understand.
No.
No. So it's just a belt that you want. It's like a King of the Ring trophy kind of thing, or a Andre the Giant trophy, whatever. So I think they're gonna do that for a bit, and then they'll maybe only bring the belts back like next year or something, and say,
Okay.
"Hey,
You'll have
I got this belt. Remember, there's a tournament, yada yada yada," and then
so maybe you win, you have the possession of the belt for 1 year, and then you have to give it back, and the next
Yeah.
person wins it
Yeah.
type of thing.
and then that person.
No, the belt you
bases-
keep. The belt you keep.
or maybe the belt you keep because they're gonna engrave it, right?
They're gonna engrave the
Their
trophy.
name in the year, so it's like a trophy. Oh,
Yeah.
they're gonna engrave the trophy. So
They're gonna engrave the trophy.
maybe
And
that's
this
it.
match
I-
against Ruby was
Go
one of Brit's shittiest matches. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Time, I really enjoyed it though.
I think their
thought
first
it
match was
made
better.
Ruby look amazing.
It did, yes, that's
Um,
true.
it-
That's true.
So I
yeah.
really liked that fact. I don't know. I maybe would have to rewatch the first match. I remember also really enjoying the first match though. That I do remember. I
Yes.
don't know. I didn't have issues with it.
I enjoyed it. It was
What,
like
what did you feel was wrong exactly?
I agree with Costa that was not her
But
best.
I don't know. It felt like Brit was holding back there because in my notes I wrote boring as fuck. What the fuck?
You motherfuckers need to take better notes. Granted, my notes aren't as great, but I try to be as.
You sure you were not
if
talking about-
anything, if
you sure
anything,
you
I
were-
was
you have to be more
descriptive.
precise. in
Are you
the
sure
notes.
you
I
were talking
remember
about
what the fuck I wrote.
Are you sure you were not talking about the mixed tag?
No, it's definitely. I definitely remember being disappointed in the match, so I know what it is. Now, will I be able to pinpoint what I didn't like? No, I just think that it felt like Brit was holding back. It felt like they're not going all out like they were in the first match. Okay, I guess Ruby had something to prove in that first match, but she did better than Brit did this time. So I don't know. It felt like Brit was, I don't know, a level underneath what we usually expect from her. Maybe that's bad on my part. That's always expecting excellence from her.
Of execution.
But whatever. I did find the gear was cute. The Owen colors.
That's why I didn't like. I saw
Right.
him. I saw Adam on pink. I'm like, he's gonna win it. Then I saw Brit wear pink. Oh, she's gonna win it.
Yeah. So yeah, the men's match. It was okay. but it wasn't what a Samoa Joe Adam Cole match should be, though.
No, it was very.
Once
plain.
again, my
Right?
expectations might have
Okay,
been too
that's
high. But
maybe that's it too. That's maybe why I don't. It's not that it was bad. It's just I think I was maybe expecting.
It's like you go to a
more.
pizza joint, and you want the best pizza, but it's like a pizza that you have from like your next door neighbor.
there's
I don't.
the metaphor. I don't know if people understood the metaphor, but basically is when you expect when you expect an oven baked pizza, a wooden oven baked pizza, and you get a
We
pizza.
still
Hut
doing
instead.
the pizza analogy? What the fuck, guys?
I'm
It's
trying
not
to help
gonna
him out
fucking
there.
work. No,
trying to
no
help him
helping out. It's the most fucked up analogy in the world. You can't help fucked up. You just gotta move on from fucked up.
It's like having.
I joke, partially, kinda, sorta. Not
I
really.
don't know what I was trying to say. To be honest.
Yeah,
with
me
you.
neither. Just-
I
you're
think
fucking
Serena
hungry
Deeb
for
was a
pizza,
better match.
apparently.
Women's match.
See, I missed that match.
Oh, great match.
Yeah,
I heard
that was a
everyone
good match.
talking. It was like it could have been the women's match of the year. That's what I heard.
Well, that's a bold statement, but it was a good match though. So I mean, I guess
Yes.
it could if every other match sucks balls.
I would
I
have to
still
remember
think
the other
under-
matches there. Yeah, but definitely up there. Definitely up there. Yeah, definitely up there. I really like that. I wasn't expecting much from the Anarchy in the Arena match, but
Well,
fuck
that-
was I entertained.
But you got a lot, right? The
Yeah.
fucking music just keeps going.
Well, in the words
Uh,
of Justin Roberts, shit's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah, and it did.
It was
and it
more
was
than
great,
shit.
man.
It was mustard. It,
It
was
was-
ketchup. It was a master griller.
It was better than the Stadium Stampede,
Oh yeah.
guaranteed. Guaranteed, it was better.
There's
That Magic Danny Magic or Magic Danny or
Magic Blood, Matty.
wow. At one point, I'm like, how could this guy see, man? He had a Crimson mask on, full fledged there.
There's a guy. I don't know where I read it. It was a tweet. I forgot who wrote it. And he goes to explain this match. It's simple as New Jack.
I can see how they go get that. Yeah, New Jack was kind of violent, and this match was violent.
I honestly thought they were gonna put Chris on fire.
Yeah, I did too. And Eddie came with
I'm
the
a-
gasoline. I
I'm
was
like,
like,
holy
what's going
shit,
on?
he's gonna go on fire. We're gonna see Chris Jericho drop and roll.
Shit, I think maybe that was the idea, but maybe insurance they decided to not go all the way out there because anything could go wrong, right? I don't know if you guys saw the whole Joey Janela thing on the GCW.
Yes, the foot.
Right.
He put his foot on fire to give a super kick and a flaming super kick, and he can't put the flame out because he put
Yeah.
way too much Zippo fluid on that boot.
I think he
I
got
don't
less
know
of.
why they didn't
think-
just have a whole freaking gallon of water just to fucking pour it on right away. Like,
I think
how
he
was
got-
no one prepared?
I
Like the
think he got
boot
less-
was his kick pad melted in like 3 seconds. Then the
Yeah.
boots started melting, and then the socks were melted. Bro, this guy was not.
I think
Oh.
he got notes from Brandy. I put in oil of gas.
Oh yeah, like she did on the
Yeah.
table. Yeah, but way too much. So I guess that's why they didn't want something to happen on a live show like that on a pay per view that went out of hand, especially with Chris Jericho. Oh my God, if Chris Jericho gets burnt and then fucks up his tour with Fozzy and everything, and
Right.
the storyline going on with the Jericho Appreciation Society. So decided to maybe just drown him in gas and make it look. But Eddie coming down the rail with that blood all over his face, all over his shirt, holding the can
With the
was
fucking gasoline. Something
was
straight
money,
out of a
man.
horror movie.
yeah.
Well, now we have
And-
blood and guts.
And now we have Blood and Guts. They have announced that Blood and Guts, and that should be better than the first
And
one.
Regal hadn't mentioned it. But no, it won't be. You know why? Because it's on a fucking Dynamite with commercials. I don't know
Maybe-
why they're doing that. It's on
Maybe-
a Dynamite with commercials.
maybe-
I think he learned. I think he learned from that from last time. I think he might buy off the last commercial, so you could go at least 25 minutes.
They had four
w-
commercials.
yeah,
Four
they fucked up last
commercials
time.
during the Blood and
Definitely,
Guts.
yeah. There's definitely you kill the momentum of a fight, especially like that. You know,
Yeah.
at one-on-one, you could go. It's not that bad. You go to the headlocks for 2 minutes, back and forth, a few throwing then the ropes. But when you have a
Right.
5-on-5 double cage match,
Right.
is nonstop action, so you lose the you lose the momentum there.
Is it total nonstop action?
Oh, it could just be impact.
Yeah, no, it was lame. That was lame. You don't gotta owe the situation. It's fine. It's a bad joke.
World title?
Yeah, shock. CM Punk had won it. That's quite an interesting one. I still did enjoy it though. I thought that was a fantastic match.
I enjoyed
We
it. Yeah.
almost see Page turning heel. He was almost maybe gonna use
GTS.
the title, and then he
Yeah.
stopped. But then we also kind of saw CM Punk almost use the title too.
Well, we know
They've been teasing a heel turn for Page for a while now, for a few weeks now. So
Well, yeah, and I was gonna say we know it's gonna be a summer run. It's a fact.
the summer of Punk.
Yeah, it's gonna be a summer Punk, and CM Punk doesn't want. He does not want a long run.
I totally loved the match. It's a
Yeah.
good match. Psychology was good. The storytelling during the match was good. The finish was good with the whole belt situation, refusing to use the belt
Sorry.
or debating about using the belt and then deciding not to use it and then ending up losing because of it. But I'm not for CM Punk being champion right away like that.
Well,
That
Honestly,
egomaniac
Page
piece
wasn't
of shit.
Just Page,
Uh,
just Page wasn't doing anything with it though.
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
true
time.
too. So
you know,
I can't it was a disappointing run from Page, and like I've mentioned on this podcast before, he was better in the chase than he is as champion.
I mean,
Yeah.
the chase is always better.
Yeah, but shit, man. Now we got this egomaniac saying that the people that don't like him backstage are nobodies. So if you don't like him, you're a nobody. It doesn't important. I don't have to hear why why you don't like me. I don't have to have a discussion with people, with my colleagues backstage. Like, what's wrong? Why don't you guys like me? Where can I improve? Is it my attitude?
Who's
no,
saying
no,
that?
it's if you don't. CM Punk said in at the press conference after the pay-per-view.
I
He
think he was
asked-
talking about Bischoff.
No. He said because the journalist asked, he goes, "There's rumors that there's people backstage, other wrestlers backstage that are not very fond of you." I'm paraphrasing them. I don't know the exact quote. And he said, "I don't think that's necessarily true. But if there are people that don't, then it doesn't matter. They're nobodies anyways. Because I think the big guys respect me." And then he mentions the Moxes and the Brian Danielsons and all that. Like get over yourself. And I know it's probably maybe a bit of a work also, this whole best in the world, saying I'm the best and I'm the best and I'm the best and I'm the best. Dude, you could sell the t-shirt, I'm the best in the world, but stop fucking saying you're the best in the world every second sentence. It's getting me nervous, and I don't know. It's for me.
I'm sure he has an ego, though. I know when he was younger, he for sure had an ego. I'm sure he's a bit more mature now, so he's a little less. But I mean, I'm sure there's some narcissism there. Of course.
Yes.
With the amount of fans that like him and praise him and it's got to get to your head at some point too. I don't know.
But he could. I want to be clear about this. He could definitely back it up in the ring. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
I just think there's maybe a different approach. And
just,
is it
when
also
you
him?
have someone who's got a humble? Look at Daniel Bryan. Look how humble he is. You know what I mean? Like the guy, but it's a different personality.
He could play.
Thing,
Daniel Bryan can play a great heel without being a dick.
Right. But I mean, a great heel has to be a dick at the same time too, though. So for some people, that
I know
works
they've been
with
teasing a
MJF.
CM Punk turn also, or he's been playing that fine line in the middle of heel and face. I don't know. I don't know. Now he's the whole locker room. He's taking over the locker room leadership now. I guess that has something to do with him coming out and trying to talk to MJF. I guess he wants to be the Undertaker of the AEW locker room.
Well, there's gonna be wrestler court.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's with his ego. I wouldn't be surprised. He's judge and executioner.
It's the judging today.
But the match itself was good. I want to see where they go. Who's the next opponent for CM
Well,
Punk?
it's gonna be Forbidden Door. It's already announced.
Yes, so they announced Tanahashi, right? But they didn't announce Tanahashi as his opponent, though.
Yeah, they
Well,
did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay,
I
so
don't
it's
know
for
if
the world title.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
okay.
for the title.
Well, he did the symbol like on the title, so
Right.
Okay,
So
so
what's
So
the
there goes my-
relevance since Jeff doesn't like explaining things to me because I should watch.
and there
NJPW,
goes my hopes
What's this whole thing with Tanahashi? Why is he going after? Like, why did they pick him? Is there
Okay,
a
Tension. He's like the Sting of New Japan
Okay.
when Sting was in WCW.
After Okada, he's probably the most over wrestler
Yeah.
in New Japan.
Oh,
He's
okay.
he's the
So why
Hogan.
CM Punk? They ever faced each other?
I don't think so.
No. Well, as when I say we, I mean me and Costa, because you don't watch New Japan.
You're number one.
We would like to see Kenta, but that's not gonna happen.
Like I said yesterday on the
Kenta's
chat.
having issues, right, with New Japan or some shit.
No, Ibushi's the one that's having the
Ibushi.
issues,
Bushi.
and Ibushi's my favorite one in New Japan. So we probably won't be seeing Ibushi, but that would have been great because maybe that could have opened the door for a Kenny return because
Best
they
friends.
were tag team partners or lovers or whatever.
Yeah, there were the.
Well, they played lovers as a tag team,
Oh,
kind of like, yeah. So when they were a tag team, so that would have been a great thing. Kenta, of course. If you want a money draw, the GTS versus GTS, but there's
Right.
real
Real.
animosity there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like Kenta's has always been really pissed, and every chance he gets to throw shade at CM Punk, he does. CM
Oh,
Punk tries to ignore him, have that whole ignore him, he's gonna go away. But then the other day when Adam Page in the match, I don't remember against who, where CM Punk was on the commentating table, and what's his face? Adam Page used the GTS to go to sleep, and CM Punk said, "Some people would get pissed by you using somebody else's move. Me, I just think imitation is the most sincere form of flattery." So that was a jab at Kenta. I think
Oh shit. Okay.
maybe it would have been the match to do, but Punk
To
says
do.
I'm not doing that match.
Because he's a fucking puss.
Well, because I think Kenta might fucking just beat the shit out of him. in
Might
real
throw
life,
some
too.
stiff shots, yeah.
Might throw some stiff shots, and you don't want any of that drama and whatever. You want a relaxing, good time.
But if you're the best in the
Uh,
world, you take anyone and everyone, right?
Oh yeah, but he's definitely, like I said, he's a
No.
prick. So he's definitely I wouldn't put it past him to tell Tony I don't want you to put Kenta on that pay-per-view.
Right.
Even though Kenta's one of the top not top 5, but he's definitely top 10 in New Japan.
Top 10, yeah.
He did good in that tournament they do the G1.
G1?
Yeah.
One.
So he's definitely one of them. If he deserved, and plus he already has a lot of visibility in the United States by being on NXT all those years. So
Right.
it would make sense for him to be on that pay-per-view. So if he's not on the pay-per-view, my speculation is CM Punk asked Tony not to put him on that pay-per-view.
Well, and he's also having issues with New Japan. Isn't that like he wants to get out of his contract and stuff?
That's
now?
Ibushi. That's
That's
Ibushi.
Ibushi.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay,
Yeah. So
sorry.
definitely, I still think it will be a great pay-per-view. I still think Tanahashi versus Punk is going to be a great match.
Yeah.
Who
I
does
just
Punk?
think it's-
Who does Brian get?
Okada.
That would be fucking money, man. Oh yeah. And have Brian face Okada for the IWGP heavyweight title,
Yeah.
and you have 2 heavyweight title matches.
If you don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
Okada, you get Zack.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
Because we know Will Ospreay is not gonna
Right.
probably gonna be there, but he's not coming to North America.
Yeah.
He absolutely
Well,
loves
he is in North America. No. Wasn't
Well, I
he
mean, he's
in
not coming-
Japan, North America, and then like whatever. I think it's Jersey or something.
Well, they do the New Japan Strong. Yes, I mean what I meant is he's not signing with a North American promotion. He absolutely loves the schedule that the flexibility that New Japan gives him.
yeah, but I'm
So I think
saying
how
he's
it
in
works-
the States though.
Yeah,
He's in the
I think
States
how it
anyway,
works.
so he can easily just do a one-off.
Oh no, I think he'll be at Forbidden Door. Yes, I think he'll be
Okay.
at Forbidden Door. I just don't think that when his contract is over, people are saying, "Oh, I would love to see him in AEW. I would love to see him in WWE." By the way, he talked. He doesn't. Because how New Japan works is they go like on tour, right? So they go for like 3 months. 3 months. They go like for 3 to 4 weeks, and then they have like 2 to 3 weeks off.
Oh, nice.
So he really enjoys his family time. So he said that's not, and things could change. Money does change people's opinions and minds a lot. So
Right.
that could change. But as for Zack Sabre Jr., does he have a title? Well, that would be great too, because Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the best technicians also in the world. So that would be two of the greatest technicians in the world going head to head with the Bryan Danielson. But I think Okada is the money match there.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be Okada.
You have to have a big. You probably have a rematch. Mox versus maybe Juice, the new Juice, because Juice Robinson now is back, but with a like kind of new gimmick. So do you have a rematch type of deal there? That's possible.
And then you have FTR versus Cobb and
yes, because they're the ones who showed up, right?
yeah.
When did they show up? Was that on Rampage or was that on the?
That was on Rampage.
That was on Rampage, right? It's Cobb and what's his name? The other guy?
I forgot his name. They're part of a faction.
Are they part of Chaos or
No.
or Okada's faction? Or
First,
I would have to double check. I would have to double check that.
I
But I
always
know I
forget
saw.
his
Such New Japan fans we have here. Gosh.
But I never, because I don't know who that guy was. I don't know who. I didn't see I didn't see the whole clip. I saw bits and pieces because it did happen in because I didn't see Rampage, but I saw that they had showed up. So
Okay.
I just didn't get from the picture they had. I just didn't get to see exactly who was with Jeff Cobb there. But FTR versus Jeff Cobb, yeah. Young Bucks versus God or what's it? Gorillas.
I
Gorillas of
think that's
Destiny?
just written in stone. Yeah.
Yeah, that would
I
be the
think
match to go.
that they would have to. Yeah. Rampage results. I'll look up that name for you regardless. But yeah, so guys, I know we're talking a lot about Oh, go ahead.
I think they're with the Empire.
Okay, so it's not the Chaos. It's not the
It's
one.
I think its name is Great Okan.
Okay, that makes sense because now I remember that. Now you saying it reminds me of something. So probably that's the name I saw on the caption there. When it makes sense.
Yes, it's Great Okan.
Okay, that's it.
There we go.
That's it.
Glad
So
someone
that's
figured it out.
that's good. FTR versus them, and then like we were saying, Young Bucks versus God is probably the way to go.
Right.
And then we have White and probably Omega.
Yeah.
Well, White is kind.
He's the leader of the Bullet Club versus the ex-leader of the. Well, no, because technically Kenny was never leader.
No.
Right.
That's right.
Cody
because
was,
Finn was leader, then AJ
Finn
was leader, and then kind of Cody was leader for a bit, and then they kicked
For a
him
bit.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was
Yeah, but didn't Kenny kick him out? So Kenny was technically leader.
It's hard to
Kenny
explain.
was a semi-leader though, kind of.
Yeah, semi. He was
Yeah,
second hand.
Yes, because at the end, before when he was IWGP heavyweight champion, I think he ended there as leader. Could very well be the cleaner. Could have been the leader at the end there, because I know he was part of that whole kicking Cody out there thing.
Right, exactly.
Because I think the Young Bucks and Kenny turned on Cody to kick him out. So I think you might be right there.
We might see the Good Brothers.
Yeah, we might see them thrown into there because they are part of the Bullet Club. Jay White brought them back in.
Right.
Oh, and technically God is no longer part of the Bullet Club,
Right.
because he brought in the Good Brothers and they kicked out the God, right? So maybe that would be maybe a Good Brothers versus God, and have
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. They should be starting to because we are beginning of June, so they should be starting to announce some matches pretty soon. More matches because they announced the CM Punk Tanahashi one. So
I'm gonna watch that the next day.
Yeah, it's a Sunday, June 26th.
Yeah,
that's right.
I have a birthday party, so I'm gonna order it and watch it the next day.
No, fair enough. Got to do what you got to do, or if it's a kid's birthday party, you can just.
No, it's my kumad. It's my kumad and my sister-in-law, Camis.
Ah, kumad.
Yeah.
Kumad. So Forbidden Door is looking good so far, and the possibility of matches is just out of this world.
Exactly. We just gotta wait. We'll be guesstimating.
I really hope that Bryan Okada happens, man. Because I'm telling you,
patience is a virtue.
Yeah, patience is a virtue.
Woosa.
So guys, listen, I know we're talking a lot about AEW, but we definitely have to talk about Hell in the Cell. It is coming up this Sunday.
We do we really?
We do. We
Yeah.
gotta give them their pay-per-view credit there. Let's do. We are gonna see Seth versus Cody 3. At hell at which is probably gonna be the
Thanks,
match of
love.
the night.
Yeah, it's gonna steal the
let's
show.
Steal the show. Hell in a Cell match. With that also said, we also got potential Bray Wyatt news.
He's not
Bray
coming
Wyatt
back.
potentially
True.
coming.
He
Hell
he
in
he
a
posted
Cell.
a cryptic message, right, on social media. Right, get us
Coming
up to date
sooner than you
on
know
like
it.
what he said. What he did he mention that we will be seeing him soon?
Say he's ready.
He did. He's
Okay,
ready.
then, yeah.
You'll be seeing me soon. On his picture, you see a picture of the Fiend on the little thingamajigger thing. I'll see if I can grab it.
Do you really think he can go back to WWE?
Hey, listen,
I don't
we've
think
been,
he fits anywhere else.
and apparently
not
they have a
Right.
really weird relationship, like him and Vince McMahon, like a good weird relationship. Like they're very close. Apparently, I heard that on the podcast this week. I don't know if it was on Oral Sessions. I still can't get over that podcast name.
That's with Renee, right?
Yes.
She's the one. She's
Yeah,
the one.
it is.
She's the one that does the oral session.
Hey, we needed to keep the mystique
Max
of
Caster
why
said it
Oral Sessions
best.
was a good name.
And her
Max
oral.
Caster said it best to John Moxley. Hey,
Yes.
Mox, I'm gonna give you a lesson. Tell your girl she should stop giving me oral sessions. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was great.
"Oh,
Yeah,
shit."
that was great. Yeah, so that I heard that apparently a wrestler was saying that he found very weird how close Wyatt and Vince are. Hey, we've been debating much storylines if there works or not. If Cody leaving AEW was a work, if MJF is a nuclear bomb is a work. How about Bray Wyatt being fired being a work?
That's a long work.
Well, he
Oh,
did
maybe
have
it
to
was
go
just
film.
time off.
He
So
did have to
look-
go film. Okay, go ahead.
He says, "Patience, it's almost time. I'm tired of watching, tired of hearing irrelevant clowns speculate how I'll be perceived. Tired of hearing about my greed, my desire questioned. Whenever and whenever I decide, wherever and whenever I decide to return, I'll remind everyone why they know my name again and again. Believe in me. Hashtag found it. Everything's good that's ever happened to everything is good that's ever happened to me first came in a period of horrible feeling. I never ask why, I just wait for the rough part to end. I was chosen for whatever reason and that I've got shit to do. It doesn't hurt anymore. It burns. I'm ready now." And he has like a circle.
Even written, that feels like a Bray Wyatt promo.
And so if you
Like I love Bray. I loved him since the beginning. But if he goes back,
But like what I was saying, if he had to go film a movie, and we know his character, the whole Fiend thing wasn't working out. So what's the best way to like have people forget the Fiend and the whole burning situation? Then have release a statement that he's part of the wrestlers that have been released. Go do your movie or TV series, whatever, and then we'll bring you back in a year or so at the right time with the right gimmick, and you'll be just as over as you were when you before you were the Fiend.
if he goes back to WWE, fine, okay.
You know what we're getting? Cody versus the Fiend, baby.
But don't give me the Fiend.
No.
Give me
I
old
think they
Bray.
know that. I
Give
think
me
they know
old Bray.
that.
Or give me Fiend sometimes, but give me the old Bray. Give me
the
old Bray
wheelchair.
versus the Fiend.
Yes.
The swamp
Yes.
edition, the swamp edition of
Swamp
of the
edition
Wyatt
Bray.
family.
Don't give me Bray and
especially
Bliss.
don't give me that happy-go-lucky
Yes.
kids character,
please.
or kids show host. That
I
don't
think
want.
you're gonna get a mix
Mr.
of everything still, though. I honestly
Mr.
don't-
Rogers and on speed.
But I definitely don't underestimate
But the Fiend is
Bray
money,
Wyatt's
man.
creativity. So
For sure, but the Fiend is money at the same time. That shit sells like hotcakes. His Fiend stuff. So
it's
I
true.
feel
The
like-
merchandise.
I don't
does
like
sell.
hotcakes. I like pancakes.
We should end this podcast soon. His jokes are getting worse and worse. Yeah. So we'll see with the Fiend coming. I think it's just gonna be a mixture of both. They just got to do it like with Balor. Have the Swamp Wyatt come and do a lot of stuff, and then have the Fiend come every so often, kind of thing. You know what I mean? When he's really
keep it.
bad and
The Indestructible Fiend was a good idea.
right.
Where he didn't affect him, moves didn't affect him, and everything. That was a good idea, but you can't be that all the time.
Right.
So, but like I said a few seconds ago, I really am not worried about his creativity, and I apparently really Vince trusts his creativity too. So, if he comes back to WWE, I think he'll be fine.
I
Oh,
don't
no, he'll be
see
fine.
him.
I don't see him in AEW though at all, and he can maybe work in Impact, but I don't see him going to Impact.
What about Ring of Honor?
Why would he go to Ring of Honor?
I don't think. I don't know.
I forgot that Ring of Honor.
think it's- I think it's New Japan, AEW, or WWE. I think that's the only people that can pay Bray Wyatt what he deserves.
Right.
Unless he doesn't mind having a bit less money, but having keeping more of his creative control, which
What
would
if-
Impact would be able to give him that. Yeah.
What if he goes to the Bronx?
Create-
To the moon.
Control your narrative? No. He won't be going there.
No. What the fuck? Your ideas are just getting worse and worse by the minute.
It's not
Let's
idea.
talk
it's-
Hell in the Cell, guys.
I don't.
We don't care about Hell in a Cell.
Cody
you
and Seth.
gotta
We have
care
to talk about Cody and Seth because Cody. I think this is probably their last week. I know I said that after Cody's promo that it was really good, but this week both guys were great, especially Seth. I loved his whole
6 year.
you left for 6 years. You don't get to you and your
You
friends
and your
tried to-
little friend try
yeah.
to tear down what I was building here. You don't get to take a sledgehammer to the throne and then take the kingdom from me. Like, just Seth is just God. He's
That was
God
good.
status. Just completely
good.
amazing.
And I like the way Cody responded because then there's nothing to say after that, right? So he goes, "Fuck this! Why don't we just fight now?" So I like
exactly.
how that ended there. So
Right.
that's definitely going to be the match of the night for me. And isn't it weird that only matches from Raw have been announced
But it's
on
probably
for Hell in a Cell?
sorry.
Well, I mean, Sasha and fucking Naomi fucked up plans. So,
What is happening with that?
Well, now the tournament they put that on the back bench also.
Oh, look at that.
So that proves
we
proves
got-
to you they were right.
So we got we got Asuka versus Bianca versus Becky. Okay, it's a Raw. Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens.
It's a
Seth
Raw.
versus Cody.
It's a
Bobby
Raw.
Lashley versus Omos and MVP because the contract said
It's a
2
2-on-1.
people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be lame as balls. Theory versus Mustafa. Yeah, all
Who?
Raw. Theory versus
Mustafa.
Mustafa Ali.
So there will be no heavyweight title match, no heavyweight title defended on Hell in a Cell.
No. Like
I'm surprised not even an Usos match. What the fuck's going on there?
they're
So
taking
no
a
tag
break.
team titles and no WWE and no heavyweight
And no
titles.
IC and no, no nothing. I don't know. I guess I figured they'll announce something tomorrow too. They have
Yeah,
to.
so it's the go home, right?
I just read something, but it's back to AEW. I don't know if you want to hear it.
That's fine.
Well,
Just
that's fine. It's breaking news, right?
What's not technically MGF is not the only person frustrated with Tony.
that's fair.
I wouldn't be
It-
surprised.
Thunder Rosa is frustrated with lack of television time.
No kidding. I mentioned that last week on last week's podcast. Like you're having the TBS champion is on every single show, every
Yeah.
single thing, and she
world
feels like
champion
she's
is
the
it?
women's champion.
Mm,
Well,
That's
I
very
mean,
true.
it feels like she's the women's champion.
that's
Thunder Rosa had that 5-minute promo with Scavone and what's the other one that came out? Serena Deeb came out, and then that's it.
Right.
That she got TV time.
Oh shit! Which come on?
No, I mean, I'd agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And with, and I don't know what they're. Yeah, they need another show or fucking put Elevation or whatever on like main TV or something and make it a show, because there's not enough time between 2 hours and your 1 hour Rampage to get everyone on the thing. But you most certainly got to take time for your champions, though.
I
I
think
don't
that
know why.
I don't think it's the time of your show. I just think Tony is having problems managing his big roster. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, which is also
Yeah.
due to the timing of the show. He has so many people on his roster
And he keeps
that
on
he
hiring
doesn't
new
know how
people.
to fit them in, and he keeps on hiring new people, and then you got to showcase them here.
But is the
showcase
women
them there.
title? My question is: the women title the main title for both
Don't
shows?
sound sexist.
I'm not sexist.
Is the women's main title what? Drew, you saying? I didn't understand the last
Is
part.
is the women's title supposed to be the main title for both shows?
Yes. The TBS championship is just like a mid card championship.
Okay.
It just says TBS on it.
Okay,
and
right.
Whatever the
Okay. No, because Dynamite is on TBS now. Never mind.
Right.
I was thinking it was on. I thought TBS had Dynamite.
Yeah.
Uh,
one jump.
TNT,
TBS had Rampage. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
No
so
worries.
one's on TNT, Rampage on TNT, and Dynamite's on TBS. Definitely, I don't know where it is, but the women's division, they have gotten better talent, but they still haven't been able to put it where it should be, at the level it
Right.
should be. I
That's
don't know
it.
if it's
And
it's-
Kenny's
it's-
working on it, right?
Yeah.
Kenny's still working on it, but fuck Kenny, I don't know
Oh,
where you're
and
getting
another
your
thing-
ideas from.
And another thing, technically, Ring of Honor pay per view July 23rd.
Okay, that I like to hear that, because now there's way too many. Like I was saying before, way too many titles. In,
And I'm excited to
AEW.
watch it because guess what, guys? It's great camera work now.
true that.
You know what I mean? It's
It's
finally
still-
something I can enjoy.
It's still
Because before
Jonathan-
you watch Ring of Honor, is like watching IWS on RDS.
Exactly.
No, it's
that's
true.
a valid point.
The camera work
Valid
was
point.
like about like that. Yeah, it was really bad. At least
Uh,
now it seems more professional.
It's hand cam stuff and whatever. No,
Mhm.
like
Before
That's
we
it.
go back to wide entertainment, Ring of Honor champion still Jonathan Graham, right?
Gresham.
Graham?
One
Gresham.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. What's his face? Is the television champion, right?
Joe.
Samoa. And who's there's the oh, no, it's
Television
the women.
champion with no TV deal. So interesting.
Yeah. And then they have the Mercedes Martinez and
FTR.
FTR, the tag team. Okay.
And we have Wheeler.
Wheeler Yuta is the what's the name of that title?
Pure. The pure.
The pure champion. Yes, that's
Pure,
right.
pure,
The pure
champion.
wrestler champion. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm happy to have announced another pay per view. I'm thinking
is
they
it?
should.
July
Is it again?
23rd.
July 20th. Okay, got a while. All right.
Now they just have to get a TV deal, but they should be doing already a weekly show
I
on
imagine
YouTube
it's going to
or
be
something.
something. Oh, really?
No, I'm saying they should.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying they
Wow.
should to get
Ah.
things rolling and
You think it's
get
gonna be on YouTube?
a minimum of a base of a fan base, so I don't know, so you could go forward. You don't have to always defend the titles on Dynamite or Rampage.
Do you think it's gonna be on YouTube?
No, I think it would be a good idea to start off on YouTube, so
Because,
then
like-
you have something to show the TV channels here. This is my product, and
'Cause
I'm
then-
getting a pretty good number of views here. Imagine what I could give you to your network. You know,
Because NWA is on YouTube.
yes, and the Power is on YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and Impact is on Access, and I think MLW got a
Yes.
TV deal not too long ago.
Yeah, but it changed. Now it's so more like underground. It's
they're trying to go mainstream, but without being mainstream. Yeah,
because it's with the guy there from Underground 2 now, and
Right.
Yeah, Lucha Underground. Okay.
yeah.
So
it's-
they're basically because Lucha Underground was more like a
2.0 is what
I
it's
don't know.
gonna be. It's more
It's
like,
like
a
a TV
comedic
show?
entertainment TV
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, type of thing. Yeah.
Okay, back
I mean,
to
they did have some good wrestling, but
well, Hammer is amazing.
oh,
I haven't
Hammer,
watched. I don't know who that is.
the Von Erichs.
Oh
let's
yeah,
see
it's the
more.
Von Erichs. I've seen them before. They're the sons of the other ones, right?
He's the son of the only one left.
Oh, the only one alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back to world, like Big Red called it worldwide entertainment.
Because they're not wrestling. It's not wrestling. They're not wrestlers. They're entertainers. So it's worldwide entertainment.
That's a valid point. So, guys,
Okay, we don't have
let's
enough
get your
time for me to
predictions
break that.
going. We don't. Yeah, exactly. So, it was announced. So obviously Becky is in the triple threat. Now she had won her shot.
She's on,
That
okay.
match with Asuka and Bianca was pretty awesome.
who?
Asuka and
Bianca.
Bianca on Raw.
Bianca.
I said Bianca.
Not Bianca. Bianca.
Whatever. Tomato. Asuka versus Bianca and Becky Lynch. Who do you guys see? Is Bianca gonna keep it? Asuka gonna win it?
I think Asuka's gonna take it.
I don't see them taking it off Bianca right away. They were not gonna do that.
Bianca.
They're not going to do
Doesn't
Belair
matter.
that way either. I mean,
Does
Well,
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know. They've really been building towards like a Lynch Asuka feud. So I don't know, man. I feel like we might see Becky Lynch versus Asuka at SummerSlam or something.
Or in the
It could be.
UK.
It doesn't
In the
necessarily
UK
have to be for the title, though. Maybe it could be for a number one
actually,
contender.
I see
That's
Asuka
true.
winning it, and she loses it in the UK against Lynch.
That could
Well,
happen.
yeah, in the
Bianca's
UK
been
maybe-
champion for how long now?
Well, WrestleMania. So 3
April.
months.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's not enough time. Gotta
Yeah,
keep
it's
it on her
not.
for a bit
I don't
longer.
see it. Not the way they've been putting her over. Like
Right.
they've been selling her huge, like big star. I don't see them taking that away from her just yet because that might hurt her if
That's
they
it.
do that. So
Right.
I don't see them doing that. So I go with Bianca keeping. Hey, listen, there might be how do you say, an interference or some outside reason why she won. But I think she keeps it at the end. Yeah, I think I would be comfortable with saying she keeps it. But Bex is doing some great work, though.
Oh my god, yeah, she's just fantastic. She's on a whole other level.
Yeah.
This big time Bex gimmick is just her. It's completely her. Never go back to being a face ever again because this is solid gold.
And her
At
like
the same time,
lost,
we don't have any good faces. I guess Asuka's good at what she does, but
Mhm.
we don't
But she's
necessarily
not like
have
the-
any
yeah.
good women faces. Bianca's fine, but like, I don't know.
they're not.
She's
There's no
she's
like.
better when she's the chase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I find her promos are better when she's chasing the title.
They've been trying to change that, and I guess baby steps in that. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for that. But yes, definitely Bex is on fire, and probably the highest rated women's star in WWE right now. I'm
Oh, yeah.
comfortable with saying that.
Comfortable with saying that too, for sure.
Um,
Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. Finally,
could
we're
s-
gonna get this match. I'm not
Do we-
crazy on the.
do we
this
see
whole
a special
feud.
appearance from Elias?
I feel like we have to. I feel like we have to though.
But
know.
how they're gonna do that?
They're just gonna get like a. They're just gonna get someone who looks like Elias completely. I'm sure that's what they were kind of looking for to come out as him, kind of thing. Or unless they.
Unless they do a CGI backstage type of segment, like they
Yeah,
did,
but to
like they do for the
interfere, I
movies,
feel like
right?
you would interfere.
Well,
Oh, if you have Elias interfere in the match, wow, that is gold, man. That is gold.
That's what I feel they have to do, though. Kind of.
I think
thing,
I
you
think
know
it
what
would
I mean?
work, and that would be a future
You just
money
have to get a
draw.
stunt double. You have to get an
Elias
stunt
versus
double.
KO. Yeah,
Yeah. You just have to
That
get like
would-
an Elias stunt double. I'm sure you could find someone with long hair and a beard.
yeah, and that
You know?
he just like maybe he's underneath the ring. He comes out, interferes, has Ezekiel win, and then hide. So you don't have really time to notice that it's not him. You know.
Right.
Like a big flash in the
exactly.
pan with the wristbands and the beard and the bandana and the jeans and the
Right.
big beard. And you just see him fast quickly. So like that, you don't really have a chance. You go, oh shit, Elias, and he's gone already. You know.
And whatever. You can fold Elias's face too, mold Elias's face too. Have a
Well, that's
mask,
true. Right now, yeah,
So much shit you can do. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And if it's
makeup
what-
now is so
what-
advanced. Yeah. So I think
Yeah,
they could do that. That's a very good idea, JLB. Hopefully they go.
They have
They
to
go
do
that
it,
route.
hopefully.
Yeah,
But WWE
yeah.
likes to disappoint, so maybe not. But
Mm.
obviously Ezekiel's gonna win with that. But Kevin Owens has been the only one making this entertaining. Kevin Owens just constantly with the outbursts, always talking. Just he makes this storyline go, and just even with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on SmackDown was also fucking fantastic too. So
yeah, they started with the hugging and then everything, and then he goes, "Yeah, it's that's totally
you should come with me to
Elias."
Raw.
Yeah, I'm the and he's the locker. I totally agree with you. You're the locker room leader, SmackDown. And then after he didn't agree with him no more, and it went down the hill from that. So I like how they play off each other. They're really good with it. They have amazing.
They know each
there.
other. They've been knowing each other for so long. Yeah,
it's like they're best friends.
Don't you know?
Yeah, it looks like they're best friends. But even when they put him on the commentary on Raw, but they didn't give him a headset because last week he kept on interrupting the commentators by when they were calling him Ezekiel. He was like, "No, it's Elias." Right. So now the kayfabe, obviously, they didn't give him a headset, but you still heard him in the background every time they would say Ezekiel. He's like, "No, it's Elias."
Yeah, he's just classic. Classic.
He's good, and I don't think it hurts him to lose against Ezekiel at Hell in a Cell. He's just on that level already.
He's just on that level that it just works. He's that comedic wrestler.
Yeah.
When we know he's playing this role, whatever, do what you do, you'll be cool. You know.
Quick.
Alexa Bliss is back on the winning ways, and Doudrop is totally being thrown under the bus.
Oh, I mean, Doudrop, Sonya Deville. Who was the person before that? Can't recall. But someone
no, because she fought Sonya Deville 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Oh,
so that's why you're being confused. Yeah, she buried Sonya Deville twice, and now Doudrop. I'm not. I love Alexa, but I don't know this storyline right now.
Well, I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, I just don't know what it's doing at all. So, So
does she have a match at the Hell in a Cell? I don't think so, right?
Not yet. No.
Okay. So it's okay. They have time. They have time to change that. So it's okay.
Ugh. Why do I feel like if Wyatt does come back?
Oh no.
It's going to be Alexa oriented.
Oh no.
That's what I'm telling you.
I hope that's not why she's keeping the doll.
That's what I'm telling you. It's going to be back to the same shit.
She's getting back to normal, and then, I mean, I would kind of be interesting to see that.
No, you wouldn't.
But I don't. Well, just because I would want to see Riot Fiend back and whatever. But I don't want her to go super crazy either, like how she was, because it just wasn't good. I don't want her to go total Fiend and fucking fire.
No, she has to have she would have to have like flashes, you know. It's like sometimes she would lose it, and then
just like a little psychotic.
Yeah,
exactly. But don't give me this superpower bullshit and whatever. Like
it's not it's not believable.
Right.
She's 5 feet fucking -2.
Well, I mean, even if she was 7 feet, bro, it still wouldn't be believable. Whether she's fucking tall or 5 feet of fury, it's
no. But I'm
magic.
saying you have an indestructible force, and she's Raquel Rodriguez, or it's more believable than indestructible force being 4 feet 10. That's what I mean. Like, yes, she would be able maybe what is it that she gets up all the time? I don't know. It doesn't really, you know. Undertaker did that, but Undertaker was almost 7 feet. He had that mystique, but I don't know. We'll have to wait to see. They have time to play with this, unless the Bryant comes back at Hell in a Cell. And
Bryant. This fucker so lazy to say his full name. He puts them together.
Bryant, yeah. Bray Wyatt, sorry.
Yeah.
This new tag team, Nakabro, or what do they really call it? Shinsuke, bro. Yeah,
Nakabro.
I liked. I enjoyed that match versus the Usos. It was a good match.
This was on SmackDown.
No, it was on Raw.
Oh shit! Totally missed that match then.
Okay. It was on Raw. It was
sounds like a killer tag team.
Yeah, they were pretty good. Their strikes were good. The chemistry felt good. So Will we be seeing more of Nakabro / Shinsuke bro? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Find out.
This whole AJ Finn and Liv thing also not doing much for me. They have a match at Hell in a Cell in a trios match versus Rhea, Priest, and
Yeah, that's
Edge?
it. So Finn Balor, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv versus Judgment Day. I think this is where we're going to see Finn Balor as the next member.
Ooh, we see a turn.
And turn on AJ.
be back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been heavily rumored for a hot minute, right? That was what was going to happen. So I think that's where it happens. And I don't know, just get rid of this fucking storyline. I'm over it.
And I think it would be good for Finn. Maybe a little change in
A little something. At least they'll get
yeah.
TV time. I
Yeah.
mean,
yeah, that
you
would be good for to end this. Yeah.
we
Have him
don't.
turn?
I feel like we haven't had a heel Finn ever, or it's been really long time that we've had a heel Finn Balor. Prince
Honestly?
Devin, I guess, was a heel.
I guess Prince Devitt
think-
was he was a heel, but in
I mean-
WWE I don't think NXT I don't think we've seen a heel Finn, and
Right,
heel
so-
Prince was good.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. So
He's
think
he's
that's what
good
we
as a
need.
heel man. I would like to see that.
so
give him,
we're gonna see it on Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And to end that Raw, that was not a good ending to Raw. If you want
How
your
did it
ending
end?
on a go home show, Bobby Lashley and Omos contract signing.
I shut it off. I didn't care. I'm like, this is what's ending Raw. Okay.
And it's not only any Raw, it's the Raw before fucking pay-per-view. That's how
Right.
you end it?
Wait, the pay-per-view is
Yeah.
this Sunday?
Yes.
Oh.
One job.
So
Ladies and
that
gentlemen,
was-
Wrestling Talk Now with all your scoops, where one of our co-hosts doesn't know when the pay-per-view is.
Okay, Mr. New Japan.
I'm just
But,
like MJF. I don't pretend to know New Japan, but I am the top star of the
Yeah,
Wrestling
yeah.
Talk Now.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Right back at you, bro.
I don't see how anybody cares about this Bobby versus MVP and Omos.
None so ever.
I think they just got nothing for either or, and yeah. So they're just like,
Okay,
here.
that's fine, I guess. But to have it close out Raw,
right.
like
Well, they're trying to make importance out of it, but clearly
Yeah.
that's not going to work.
they're trying
You
to build
should
it.
add Cody and Seth close Raw. Just
Definitely.
it felt like a closing of the Raw when they got split up and all that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can't wait
That
for
would've
these
been-
guys on Sunday. And perfect. Boom. Done.
That would have been the classic go home finish.
Yeah.
People are on the edge of their seat wanting to see that match. Now
Exactly.
people either like you turned it off completely, so you have no hype going into the pay-per-view, or people watched it because it's the end. You know, you might think, oh, maybe somebody's gonna come. It is the end, and they're not gonna finish it with this. Somebody has to come and interfere, or give Bobby a beating or something, and then nothing happens,
Right.
and then you're disappointed. So either you're not interested, or you're and you turned it off, or you're disappointed. You're either way, you're going in with bad emotions or bad feelings into the pay-per-view. Now they could change this tomorrow, and hopefully they will. But
Right.
but that wasn't a good ending to for a go home Raw, and that's in my opinion. Definitely, I agree with JLB there. It should have been a Cody and set to finish off that.
Yeah, I mean that's the only real match aside from I guess the Becky triple threat that I feel like anybody's paying attention to, anyways. You know what I mean?
True that.
So, I imagine we're gonna get Shinsuke Bro versus Usos at the pay-per-view. You fucking at this point just kind of have to add another match into there.
How many?
Charlotte isn't back yet. She just got married, so congratulations to her.
Who?
Charlotte.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So she
It
got married, so she's
Who got
on her
married?
honeymoon.
Charlotte.
Oh yes. So I don't think she will be there.
No.
Right.
Shit, I said something. I got cut off. No, I don't remember what I was going to say.
One job. So with that, we also got so Theory versus Mustafa Ali. Don't even know why this is a thing. totally kind of forgot why he started shitting on Mustafa Ali.
And then I'm the one. Yeah, we're a wrestling podcast. Mhm.
But they're it's because they had this
Okay,
whole thing with
hold on. Shh. Okay, please
I don't
inform
know.
me, Big Red.
I don't know. I haven't not watched Raw.
Ow!
That's why I'm.
Go
That's
ahead,
why.
go ahead,
That's why.
Go
That's why I'm
ahead.
not
Then
talking.
you can't mock me, but you just talked. Oh, I'm on the #1 podcast, and then yet you don't know either.
It's been
You gotta
3
make
weeks. I have
yourself
not
look
watched
like a
WWE.
fool. Oh, and you're the #1. How dare you?
So I
mock
guess we
me?
should change the name of the podcast to All Elite Wrestling Talk now.
Yeah, apparently. Kid Crazy, please inform me.
We could have a meeting if you want.
Oh yes.
On
What I was saying is there only one cell match?
Yes.
Yep.
That I
So
know.
far, yeah.
So there's a potentially opening for another
Right.
cell match. Would it be possible tomorrow on SmackDown they announce something somehow of an have we ever seen tag? Yes, we've seen 5 men Hell in a Cell. We
Yes.
checked that last week, right? But have we ever seen
I
a
feel
tag
like-
team Hell in a Cell?
I feel like we're gonna
Yes.
get an Usos. I feel like we're gonna get Usos and Sammy versus Drew and Shinsuke, bro.
To answer your question, Costa, yes, we have.
A tag team Hell in a Cell?
New Day and
I feel
Usos.
like we must have. Yeah.
Oh yes, that makes sense. Yes, and I remember that, which that was good actually too.
That was very
So-
good.
Yeah. So I think they could go there. I think the trios is a good possibility because we saw Drew.
Like you're gonna have Drew on your pay-per-view. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yes, and I would see Roman come and interfere and have. Oh no,
I don't
I'll
think you're
see-
gonna see Roman.
It would have to-
you're
it would
not
have
gonna
to
see
be-
Roman. No,
No, but
Roman.
no, because they when they said he was taking a break, they said he would be appearing at the pay-per-views.
Not this one.
Yeah, well, maybe not this one. Maybe the bigger ones. Maybe just like SummerSlam.
Maybe the stadium ones that were announced at stadium.
Stadium
Yeah.
ones, exactly.
Because if it's
It
if
gives him
it's
the
a,
break that he wants, right? So
if it's the trios, like JLB was saying, then I think I could definitely stay like that and have a trios match. But if it's a tag team titles match, I would see Roman come and interfere, having the Usos keep the titles.
not if it's a Hell in a Cell.
Mm,
Well,
that's true too.
Kane interfered in the Hell in a Cell in the
Yeah,
first
but
Hell in a
Kane-
Cell match.
Kane is Kane.
He ripped the door open.
Roman
The guy's
can
the
rip
fucking
door
tribal chief. He can't
I
rip
mean,
the door
open.
open.
Just acknowledge him already. Yeah.
It's very
This-
doable.
okay, never mind.
What?
I don't. I would like. I don't agree with not having your champion on a pay-per-view on a premium event.
Fuck off. It's pay-per-view. Stop with this premium event bullshit.
It's pay-per-view in AEW, not in WWE.
Pay-per-view. I don't care what the hell WWE says. Yeah, I mean, look, just give me 2 big ass guys then to wrestling. I don't necessarily need it for the title per se, but give it for me as #1 contender for when
Or
the
that, yes.
title. You know what I mean? Just give me something where the heavyweight title is at least mentioned per se.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, like
I don't
Drew versus somebody else for the #1 contenders match type of thing. Because they've been teasing a few rivalries or a few opponents for Roman. They've teased Drew and they've teased Nakamura. Yeah.
Right. Right.
So
which guess isn't happening.
yeah, because now they're right away put him in type of a storyline with a tag team with Riddle. So they're all over the place. And what's new?
Mm.
But yeah, if anything, or they're just saving it for the stadiums. So
Yes, that could be a possibility also.
you know, I would have. I mean, the contract's already signed, so I guess they can't change their mind. But I don't know. Maybe put this match in a Hell in a Cell. Omos versus
Oh, please stop it.
And a 2-on-1 in the handicap.
2-on-1
I would've-
in the handicap. Like,
would've
I mean, it would make
mind.
sense for the story.
But they kind of did a steel cage already, so it'd be kind of a bit too similar, no? I don't know. It's different. The Hell in a Cell and the cage is different.
Not
I
similar
know, but-
because even if you break the cage, you're not going to win. So
yeah, because it's not the yeah.
that's it.
I think the
I mean,
yeah
I think I much rather prefer the trios or the tag
Yeah.
match in the Hell in a Cell.
yeah
though. That
something
would
involving
be
the Usos, yeah,
fun. Yeah,
and
just,
Riddle, yeah.
it's going to be a good time.
I'll be right back.
I mean, we're pretty much
Yeah, we're
done
pretty much
here.
done. So
Okay.
JLB could take us home.
Yeah, that's it. So just to do a quick recap once again, Oscar versus Bianca versus Lynch, triple threat for the women's title, Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes in a Hell in a Cell, Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP handicap, Theory versus Mustafa Ali, and then for now we got the Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan versus the Judgment Day. We shall see what goes on SmackDown if more matches are announced, which I imagine they will be. Usos and somebody will most likely be happening since they are the tag team champions. So we hope all of you will enjoy a little Hell in a Cell on Sunday. We of course will be giving you the recap next week, and obviously you also see it on all our social medias at WTN Wrestling, anywhere on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And a link tree will soon be made for that as well. If you're too lazy to click on a bunch of links, we got you lazy people covered. So no problem there. I'm at JLB420 on Twitter. Real Talk Radio is the brand at Real Talk Radio 8, anchor.fm/RTR. Of course, you can follow my co-hosts as well. Big Red, where can they follow you, good sir?
At Twitter at Big Red 7819 or my other podcast, the Big Red Podcast, or on WTN.
There you go. And you can, of course, also follow the crazy one, Kid Crazy, over at.
On Twitter, you could just look up WTN's Kid Crazy. On Facebook, just look up SPN Podcast. And anything wrestling related, right here is the place to be. WTN Wrestling Talk Now. Look it up. Put it on Google. You'll find all our stuff.
I don't necessarily know if you put it on Google, you'll find all of our stuff, but the links will be down below in the doobly.
It sounded good though. It
If
sounded
you do
good.
want to check that, it sounded great, but mine might be kind of faulty.
Yeah. I don't want to
but all
mislead
the
people, so thank you.
all the links will be down below in the doobly doos. And yeah, we'd like to thank Ambrosia for coming back and Larry for joining us as well. And I feel like there was Nelson here, but even if he wasn't, I feel like he's always here in spirit. So thank you guys for watching live and ultimately for participating. We will see you after next week, and we'll have more news and recaps. And of course, you can follow all the breaking over at our socials there. And that is pretty much it. I'd like to thank you once again for watching and listening. Until next time, ciao for now.